Welcome everybody back. This is the second episode of the People's Podcast. Here's a co-host Alex, and then I got James with me.
What's
Gotta
up,
always
people?
got to represent the Vikes after the huge win on Sunday, and I'm
Go
sure you're
Bears.
feeling pretty good about the Bears. Yeah, what a weekend of football it was.
Yeah.
So if you want to take it, James, go ahead. With
Yeah. We mostly want to thank a lot of people we got a lot of good views from our first episode, for getting 71 views on the episode itself. And the shorts overall did amazing across all the platforms and everything. So we really want to thank everybody who's tuned in, subscribed, and just joining us for this ride. Because for our first episode, I was not expecting like that many hundreds of views, thousands if you put them all together. So it's really
Oh
cool.
yeah,
And like we said, we want to be the most interactive podcast, and we can't do that without a fan base. So
without the people.
exactly, we need the people.
So yeah, thank you guys so much for that. And hopefully it just goes up and up from here.
Yeah.
The more content we put out, so we're really looking forward to that. So thank you guys again.
Yeah, thank you. We have our first guest later on, like we talk about every week. We'll have a guest. Devin will be joining us later on, and we'll talk some wrestling with him. But before, we're gonna talk about some Zack Sabre Jr., play guest the
Yeah,
wrestler.
man.
You know,
We got Brash and Berlin review. We got an All Out review,
mm,
which James and I were at, and that was
yeah,
awesome. It's a freaking awesome show. So we'll get to that later.
and
But
a cool part. We can talk about this really quick. Him and I went to All Out, not together, but like we didn't plan like tickets or anything. Like we just were both going, and we usually just meet up at the in the hallway or something and take a picture. But he was just 3 rows down from me
yeah,
with that
insane.
absolute zero planning. That's the chemistry we got here.
No idea how that worked, but because I bought my tickets probably 2, 3 weeks ago,
You
and
wanna
I'm
know what
sure you waited.
you wanna know what's crazy? So I bought mine separate because I went to Collision and All Out, and I bought them separate because I waited for Collision because they normally go cheaper. I got the same exact seat for both shows.
No way.
I
And you didn't
swear.
buy them at the same time.
I did
That's
not
so
buy them
weird.
at the same time.
That's so odd.
Like when I went to All Out, I went to my seats. I'm like, these are the same seats as last time. Like, did I go to the wrong row? And I had to double check and everything. And the connection in that arena is terrible. So
Oh yeah, dude.
I had to go step
Zero,
outside and
zero,
everything.
zero phone signal in there is wild. But so we'll talk about All Out a little bit later with
Hmm.
when Devin's going to be joining us for that. So that's going to be
Yeah.
exciting. Great show. But first, do we want to hop into
Let's
our
talk
guest
about
wrestler game?
let's talk about the guest wrestling game.
I'll go first this time. Um, like ask you the questions first, or you
Okay.
ask the questions first. So let me pull up a timer here. We got 1 minute on the clock. Ready?
Ready.
You're fine. Let me here. All right.
All right. Is it a he?
Yes.
Are they in WWE?
No.
Are they in AEW?
No.
Are they an active wrestler?
No.
Were they in WWE?
Yes.
Is that what they're known for? Is that the only company they've been in from mainly?
Yeah. Yeah.
Was he in the
For
Attitude
for
Era?
wrestling. No.
Was the Ruthless Aggression Era?
Yes.
Is he a former world champion?
Yes.
Does he still show up every once in a while?
No, not in a minute. Not in a couple years.
Was he WWE champion?
Yes, he was.
Uh,
I think. Yeah, he was.
did he ever wrestle in the Attitude Era?
No.
Uh,
Dang. Oh no.
oh no, okay.
Jeez. No.
Former WWE champion, Ruthless Aggression Era.
Never in the Attitude Era, never in the not hasn't wrestled in a couple years. Retired.
Batista?
No fucking way. Yeah, it's
Let's
Batista.
go.
Wow. There's no way.
Man, I just
Dude.
pulled that one out the hat. Holy sh-
There's no absolute no way that you just guessed it. Just for confirmation, people, yes, it is Batista. I don't know if you can see it.
Oh man,
That's insane.
he was just on my mind from the recent Chris Van Vliet interview. I was watching some stuff about him today. I'm like,
Man,
that's my shoot from the hip, Batista.
that's so crazy. That definitely would not have thought you would have got that with the questions and where you were at because it wasn't wasn't very descriptive. It could
I
have
was
been
just
like, well, it couldn't have been the Undertaker. No,
in my head. I was just going through WWE champions from like, the only ruthless aggression
yeah,
era. That's
yeah.
Batista went through the mind. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna guess him.
Dang, yeah, that's crazy. All right, I guess it's my turn.
All right, I got
Oh,
2 in a row
man.
now.
Yeah, god damn it. I'm terrible at this game.
All right, I'll do the 3-second thing too.
All
All
right, and
right,
then I'll start when it hits 1.
ready?
Is it an active wrestler?
No.
Is it a male?
Yes.
Did they wrestle in AEW?
No.
Did they wrestle in WWE?
Yes.
Did they wrestle in the Attitude Era?
Yes. A little bit.
A little bit. Was he a WWE champion?
Yes.
Did he wrestle in WCW?
No.
Was he a world heavyweight champion?
Yes.
Ooh. Was he? I have a guess, but I know he did. Was he champion during the Ruthless Aggression era?
Yes.
Did he win the tag team championships?
Yes.
This isn't helping. This isn't helping. Attitude Era, Ruthless Aggression. Did he wrestle in the PG era?
Maybe at the tail end of it. All right,
At
your
the
time's
tail
up.
end of the tail end of the PG era, so he skipped
The
a bunch of
beginning.
time.
My bad. Beginning of the
Okay,
PG.
okay. So in the 2010 range, WWE Attitude Era. Hmm, that's a tough one. I feel like it's obvious, but it's not. Not to me. Not in my mind. I'm going to say. Is it Edge?
Nope.
Yeah.
Shawn Michaels.
No fucking way. A little bit in the. Oh.
He retired in
A little bit in
2010.
the.
PG era was 08.
Gosh. So he wrestled before the Attitude Era. You're right, yeah. Because
Yeah,
he wasn't technically in the Attitude
he was
Era.
in the slight beginning or end of it. When I was doing
He was
research.
like just in the beginning because
I
he
know
didn't
he's part of
return
like
to
the
2000.
DVD, the Attitude Era DVD and stuff. So that's why I said slightly.
Yeah, because I think his he went away in 97, didn't he?
Yeah.
So like right at the beginning. So he technically missed the whole Attitude Era because
Yeah,
he
he
didn't come
missed
back
most
till
of it.
2002. Damn.
Told you
And
you're gonna kick
Edge
yourself in
wrestled
the
in
butt if you didn't get
WCW.
this
I
one.
don't. Yeah, Edge wrestled in WCW. I don't know what I was thinking. I just had to throw a name out there. But man, because I know Edge had to retire in what 2011,
Yeah,
and
2011 is when
technically
he.
the PG era was over by the time he came back. So,
Yeah.
but damn, yeah, that was. I should have answered. I should have asked more. I don't. I just like blanked on questions too. I was just like,
Same, bro. I
what can
blank.
I even ask? Like,
You were asking more questions than I did, dude. I blanked hard on my questions.
the time just goes so fast. It
It
gets in your head,
does.
and it's like, oh man, wow.
Also, for future evidence, you could guess wrestlers during 60 seconds if you want to eliminate people.
Really?
Yeah, you can get.
Okay, okay, that'll be good to know going forward because like
Okay,
I was
yeah.
just like I'm gonna have to pull something out of my ass like James did, but mine wasn't even close. I mean, I got the long hair kind of close, but man. All right, well, James is up 2-0 on me, so I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
start kicking it in gear next time.
But
Alrighty, do we want to
we'll
talk
be
about
playing
Bash
this.
in Berlin?
Yeah,
Go
we'll be
ahead.
playing this game again when Devin gets on. We picked a wrestler just for Devin.
Just for Devin, so it's gonna be fun.
But
Uh,
yeah, so we had Bash in Berlin was 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago.
last weekend. It was last weekend. Yep. So, because it was like 3 weekends in a row with a major pay-per-view, which is
Yeah, it was
awesome.
a lot.
I
It was
love
a
it.
great time for
So
wrestling. That's what I love
great.
about wrestling right now. Is there's so much going on, and as long as you're not toxic, you just enjoy it.
Dude, yeah. We had all out or all in. Bash in Berlin, and then All Out 3 weekends in a row. Like it doesn't get better than that.
It doesn't. It doesn't.
I mean, mix in some GCW shows and
Mm-hmm.
or whatever else. There's just always wrestling on, and it's
Always
great,
wrestling on if you want to watch.
and it's great. So, alrighty, well, moving on. Bash in Berlin was last weekend, so we already
Mm-hmm.
did a review of All In. You can go back to our last episode to check that out. Bash in Berlin is the next pay-per-view review that we got for you. So if we just want to start going through that, I don't care about the pre-show. I'm sure you don't
Yeah.
either.
Was it a pre-show match?
I don't even
I don't think so.
I
I don't
don't
even
think so,
know.
to be honest.
So I didn't see it.
Yeah, no.
But
So started off with what? Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens.
the first match of the night was Cody
Yep.
and Kevin Owens, which is a pretty
Yep.
good match. I think the good storytelling was Kevin Owens' part because he was very he didn't want to attack his knee because he knew Cody's knee was injured,
Yeah.
and so he avoided it, which was weird for Kevin Owens because Kevin Owens is
Yeah,
a
right.
ruthless fighter. But then it got to the point where Cody, kept on taunting him and whatnot, and when Kevin Owens was like, "Yeah, fuck you," takes his knee out and whatnot.
Yeah. It was a pretty good match. It went a while too. I
Mm-hmm.
was a fan of the match. I think
Yeah, it was
it's probably one of the better matches that Cody's had in his title reign.
definitely. I
Not
would say
not
so.
not counting the Roman match, obviously, because that's like
Mm-hmm.
obviously top tier.
Yeah, that's
Um,
goat shit.
for real, that's like top 10 match in WrestleMania history,
Mm-hmm.
goat type match. So,
Mm-hmm.
I thought it
Yeah,
was pretty good. I love obviously Kevin Owens, and I love Cody Rhodes. I wish I would have seen a little more aggression out of Kevin Owens, though, like you said. Like I just miss like what Kevin Owens used to be, like the prize
exactly.
fighter.
And
Kevin
I was gonna
Owens,
say
like
that he was gonna go for
he was
the
one of the best.
yeah, and he was going for that apron power bomb, and he didn't do it. And
Yeah,
even Wade Barrett's like, "What are you doing? What happened to the prize fighter?" And he tells Wade Barrett to shut up. But I'm hoping eventually it leads to that because I
it
think
has to. That's what it feels like,
because
right?
Kevin Owens is a great heel. Like he's a really really good heel. Like
Yeah,
he's a good face, but like he's a really really good heel.
he's like top tier heel.
Exactly.
He'd be a top three heel probably in wrestling once he goes heel again.
Hmm.
He's that good. Like in NXT, he was fantastic.
Yeah, and I definitely think he deserves a future world championship opportunity again, like being champ, because the
Yeah.
Universal reign was really good, and it's one of the better Universal title reigns. It
Hmm.
just sadly it got ended to fucking Bill Goldberg.
One of the worst booking decisions. Both that and then Goldberg downing the Fiend and ending the Fiend's title run. Two of the worst booking decisions in the past 20 years.
In the past five to 10 years, some of the worst booking decisions around Goldberg.
For
So
real.
many bad, so
For
many
real.
bad Goldberg booking.
Dude, I get it. Like he doesn't want to get away from wrestling, but dude, I nobody cares to see Goldberg anymore.
Yeah, and like, you can't put total blame on him.
No,
It
no,
seems like
no, no,
it's
no.
old Vince like putting like it seems like Goldberg like if he's being honest, I don't know how reliable Goldberg is with the shit that comes out of his mouth. But it seems like he didn't want to be world champ. It was just one of those things that he got told to. He's like, okay,
Yeah,
type things. But I mean,
like
I
he's not
feel
gonna
like
turn it, not gonna turn it down.
no,
But
it ain't his fault. But he gets to hate because kayfabe's
yeah,
alive.
yeah, right. Poor Kevin Owens and the Fiend. It's just
Yeah.
seeing what those two could have done
Hmm.
would have been like if they would have kept their reigns and gone on longer, it would have been awesome.
Especially with the feud that Kevin Owens had with Chris Jericho at the time for the that had been great. It got dumbed down to the U.S. title. No disrespect
Yeah.
to the U.S. title, but that was a main event feud. They got pushed
Hmm.
to the side because for a
Yeah,
Brock and
for
Goldberg
real.
match that
The
nobody
festival,
cares about.
dude, the Festival of Friendship is like one of the elite
Hmm.
promos in history. One of the elite segments.
Yeah.
That thing was hilarious.
Oh, it's
They fit
perfect.
so well together. The chemistry that those two had was so good.
Hmm. But yeah, the match was a really good match. I think it helps to add to Cody's title reign. 'Cause I know he's gotten some shit that we talked about last episode. So I think this helps his reign a lot.
Yeah. And the crowd was
The
in Germany
crowd,
was
man,
great. The international crowds are the best.
they're the
There's
best. You can't
nothing
top
better
them.
than an international crowd.
You know, they get the events every once in a while, so they go all out, and man, it's just always
No pun
so
intended.
good.
Yeah. How many international crowds have we had this year?
A lot. I think
Yeah.
most of WWE's pay-per-view has been international.
hmm
It's been a lot.
It's been awesome, and I don't blame them if they keep doing it.
No, it's
You get
a
the
big money
electricity, you
maker.
big ticket sales. You got all
Hmm.
the crowds are super hype.
Yeah.
U.S. crowds kind of suck in comparison.
Yeah, there's a few good cities out there that can be consistent, like,
Chi-town,
Chi-Town, New
Chi-town,
York.
yeah.
Texas is pretty wild sometimes. I'll give them that.
LA is usually pretty good for
LA
wrestling,
is good.
but
Not Vegas. Vegas sucks.
uh,
One of the worst
man,
experience I ever had was, crowd rise with that Money in the Bank in Vegas. The crowd just, they can't have fun,
terrible.
man. They don't have fun, man.
Well, and look at the crowds like continuously decreasing in
Mm,
Vegas for Double or Nothing.
yeah.
Not only in tickets, but also just in energy.
It's
Like the
crazy
crowd
that
just
WrestleMania
got
is going
boring.
there.
Yeah, that should be. I mean, WrestleMania will attract people from
Yeah.
all around,
Yeah.
so I'm not really worried about that. But because that shit'll sell out
Yeah. Our Vegas audience just went
easily.
down.
Sorry, peeps. You'll be fine. So
Right.
moving on, we had the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship match. Jade and Bianca beat Alba Fire and Isla Dawn. Isla
Messed it
Dawn.
up last week. I guess that'll just be
Yeah,
the trend.
who even knows, man?
Yeah, they're
But
not really.
Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair, champions again. How do you feel about that?
It's the women's tag division, so I don't
Yeah,
really care too much about it. It's
yeah,
pointless.
I
I
feel
think
you.
they gave the Unholy Union the titles just for that feel good moment at Clash of Champions because that's I think either one of them or both of them is from that, and I know one of them's mother's passed away right before that event, so I think it was more of
Yeah,
a feel good moment for them, which is cool and all. I love that type of stuff. But I'm cool with it. I think this just prolongs Bianca and Jade potential feud.
yeah,
Better way to lead it to WrestleMania.
yeah. I think you mean Clash at the Castle though.
What I say?
You said Clash of Champions. I was like, I don't remember them having a Clash of Champions this year, but no, I agree though. Nothing special about the match. I mean,
Yeah,
every time I watch Jade wrestle, I'm just like,
yeah.
I
Wasn't a
love
fan of her in
Bianca. Bianca's,
AEW. Still not a
yeah,
fan.
same,
But
same.
Bianca,
I always thought she fit way better in WWE, anyways. When she
hmm
was in AEW, she just
yeah,
had that like megastar, like movie star
she has
type
the look.
presentation. She has the
That's
look
about
for
it.
WWE. Yeah, wrestling wise, it's never been there. It's still obvious that it's not really there,
Hmm.
but she's got the look. So,
Yeah,
Bianca Belair is still one of my favorite
yeah.
women's
Bianca
wrestlers in
Belair is
all
a
of wrestling.
top
I've always
athlete
loved
in
her.
overall wrestling. Like not even just like the women's division, like all of wrestling. She's a top tier
She's a
athlete.
freak athlete. It's crazy.
Yeah, like her strength, her agility is like amazing, and she's good.
I like. Go ahead.
And she's pretty good on promos too. Like she can,
Yeah,
talk her shit.
yeah. I wonder who's going to be the one to turn on the other. Because I'd be totally down for Bianca Belair
I hope so.
becoming a heel, like kind of like she was in NXT.
I think her character could use a heel run in the main roster.
Yeah,
I think it
yeah. I
paid
feel
off.
like it's kind of gone stale a little bit.
Yeah, and if they
Her
make
entire main roster run was just basically the same thing over and over.
exactly,
Like,
if
but
Jade becomes a heel, she definitely needs a manager. Would need a manager,
yeah,
a mic or something. Get
yeah.
Mark Sterling back. You can
Mark
go get Mark
Sterling, smart
Sterling.
Mark, baby.
All right,
uh,
so yeah,
but I agree. I think it is them winning the titles again is definitely going to lead to some sort of tension between them. No, I want to give a little shout out to Isla Dawn and Kaylee Ray though. They're pretty good wrestlers. So
Mhm.
enjoy watching them wrestle. Sorry, Alba Fire.
Yeah. I was
I
about to say,
still
what?
Kaylee Ray's still in my head
That was
from
good.
when she was in NXT UK. I'll, but moving on, we got your guy versus my guy.
Yeah.
CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre in the strap match. Tell me about it.
Really good match. It's a like I said, I'm not a fan of the strap match concept in WWE. Love touching the turnbuckles. I think it's gimmicky, but I think they did a
Yeah,
great job with it in this one. You know, at first I thought they were gonna do the same shit they did with CM Punk and Umaga at Extreme Rules '09 with Umaga carrying him on the shoulders and Punk just tapping as he goes around. They teased it. It was kind of an homage to that,
yeah,
but it was a great match. Gruesome match, and you know what I would expect from a strap match. And
Yeah.
as to the feud is it's still going. It's still
It is.
so
It
damn
is.
good.
It's still feud of the year for WWE,
Hmm.
anyways. More talk about that later for
Yeah, I
feud
know
of
what
the
you already know
year.
what you.
We'll talk about that later, but definitely easily the best feud I've seen in WWE this year.
Hmm.
Cody and Roman is up there, obviously,
Yeah.
but this one just feels so much more personal and it feels so much better executed.
Hmm.
It's way better executed.
Yeah.
And you can just feel like the hatred that these guys have for each other, and I think that's what makes
Yeah, and that's
a
what makes it
feud like
fun.
amazing. That's what makes a feud so much fun.
Yeah,
So,
because it almost
solid
feels
match.
the hatred feels real. Whether
Yeah,
what goes
exactly.
on outside, I don't care if they're
Uh-huh.
friends or not. It's
You got
wrestling.
Drew taking pictures with Jack Perry. You
Yeah,
got
that
Drew at
shit's
Mindy's
so
Mindy's
good.
Bakery talking shit about Chicago. Like,
Hmm. They
so
put a lot into this feud, and I think the payoff
it's
has been
definitely paying
amazing.
off. It's definitely paying off. We'll get the blow off match at Hell in a Cell, or
Yeah,
inside Hell in a Cell at
I'm
Bad Blood
so
next month.
excited for that.
That's
That's
gonna
good.
be
That's gonna be
awesome.
good. That's gonna be really good. Like I think
I'm
that's
just
gonna
sitting
be.
here like I'm sitting here praying that somebody bleeds.
I think
I
so.
know it's not WWE's thing. Like they did
They've
it
done
with
a
they did it with Cody a little bit in the Rock segment, but
Yeah, and they've done it since. They've done a few. I don't know if they played what they. I don't know what they do.
you
There's
think they
been some
just
blood,
you think they get busted open the hard way?
possibly, or maybe they're blading. I could be. It's the whole new era. I'm so still used to the PG bullshit sometimes. So maybe they are blading. Maybe some people get a pass, like every once in a
It
while.
I feel like with Cody, he
I
probably
think
definitely
Cody
bladed.
blades.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, he bladed in AEW, obviously.
Hmm.
Like, I'd be surprised if he didn't blade in that segment with The Rock earlier this year.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised if Punk would blade if need to be.
You saw what he
Yeah.
posted on his Instagram? He posted the screenshot of his bloody face from the dog collar match with MJF.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm
Did
pretty sure I saw it online, but that would be
cool.
awesome. I would love to see blood. It would only take the feud to the next
Hmm.
level. I miss the days of blood in the WWE.
Yeah.
So that's what I grew up with, man. Like ruthless
Yeah,
aggression era.
ruthless
People
aggression,
were
man.
bleeding. Like,
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we see it. I think we will.
we had Eddie Guerrero committing all time blade jobs, and
Fuck, dude, that match was.
oh my
Oh,
god, man,
him and JBL's
Literally
match.
bleeding buckets.
Yeah,
Man. So really good match. Looking forward to their match next month.
yeah, the payoff match is gonna be great. I'm
It is.
really excited for that.
All right, mixed tag team match. We got the Terror Twins versus Liv and Dominic. It was fine. I mean, nothing special, I don't think. Again, they're feeding into the whole like love thing with
Hmm.
Dom and Liv, and I just never been a fan of that in wrestling, so it just kind of detracts from everything
Yeah,
for me. It's still a decent match. I don't think it was anything groundbreaking, but
it was 100% what I expected out of the match. More of a one-sided match with
yeah,
Dom and Liv like playing the role of just either squeezing away, getting the cheap shot in, have some offense, but mostly dominance from Rhea and Damien. I feel like it's the only
yeah.
way the match could go on because if it was an even match, I think it would have made Damien and Rhea look bad.
I don't know if you saw the group chat, but Devin might not be able to. He said he's stuck in traffic,
Okay.
so we might just have to move on from that. But we can just continue.
Yeah, we'll edit this part out.
What are you saying? Sorry.
But yeah, I felt like with if it was like even match, like a back and forth match, I think it would have made Rhea and Damien look bad because obviously they wanted to go in this match and
Yeah.
just beat the shit
Yeah.
out of both of them.
Yeah, for real. I kind of figured like I don't know, they'd won in such dominant fashion that like is the feud just going to be over now? Or
I mean, they're still
Are
doing
Liv
some
and
stuff,
Dom are they? Are they?
like some small stuff, and now they're focusing like Rhea and Liv have a match at Bad Blood for the women's title, but
Yeah,
now
I did see that. Yeah. Yeah.
Damien's going against Finn.
Yeah. Yeah. I did see that. So Bad Blood's turning out to be a pretty good show. I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to that. So of course it falls on my homecoming weekend,
Oh,
and
does it?
friends are coming into town, so I won't be able to watch it live, but I'll definitely watch it the next day.
Nice, nice.
But yeah, that's turning out to be a really good show. I'm looking forward to. Obviously, the Hell in a Cell is probably going to main event, right?
I hope so.
It
I
pretty
guess it
should.
depends on who Cody fights and who. Cause it looks like it's gonna be Gunther versus Sammy.
Yeah,
So I guess it matters who Cody fights.
yeah.
But
Then we got the main event: Gunta versus Randy Orton. Better
that
than
was a
their Clash of the Castle match, I thought. Or was it Clash of the Castle
King of the Ring.
that they wrestled at? King of the Ring. That's right. Yep.
Yeah,
Better than their King of the Ring match.
definitely. I think this was a
It
match
was
of the
it was
night.
very very good match
Yeah, very good, physical,
to end the
technical
show.
match. A lot of close falls. For a second, I thought Randy was gonna do it.
Yeah, could you imagine Gunta losing on his first world
Yeah,
title
and
defense? That'd be insane.
no, because he's had 2 title reigns, one from NXT UK and no the Intercontinental title reign, and they both I think that
Super long.
NXT UK is 800 to 900
Yeah,
days.
yeah, mainly because of COVID, but
Yeah,
because
and
he got caught in that awkward moment of being COVID champ and not being able to travel and all that, so or wrestle even that much.
he got that, and he was Intercontinental champion for 666 days. So yeah, that'd been crazy to him to have those 2 long reigns and then just 1 month World Heavyweight title reign.
With zero successful title defenses.
Yeah,
That would have been pretty comical, to be honest. That would have been
yeah,
funny, but it wouldn't be that big of a deal because we all know Gunther's going to be a mini multiple time world champion.
yeah, and that's why I was thinking maybe Randy will pull it off because maybe they do want to get Randy closer to 16 times, so maybe him and Cena do have that.
He's at 14, right?
Yeah, he's at
So
14.
he's hey, we'll see. I mean, there's who's remember they kind of teased Randy going for Cody's title,
And I think
so
that's
maybe he's the one to take down Cody for his title,
I wouldn't
and
be opposed honestly. I feel like a lot of people would not like that, but I would not have a problem with it.
I wouldn't mind it at all. There's plenty of history there with
Mhm.
the new legacy and everything, so
Yeah.
plenty of history between Randy and Cody. I would love to see that personally.
Hmm.
So maybe a Survivor Series or Royal Rumble or something, because I don't think Cody's gonna hit the 1 year mark as champion.
I
Um,
don't think so.
yeah. I mean, all I see is people online complaining about Cody's reign, but I don't think it's been bad.
No,
I think it's been
I don't
good.
get it. I don't get it.
It's not been great, don't get me wrong, but I think it's been good.
Yeah. But yeah, the match is again a hard hitting match, like a typical Gunther match. Randy was giving back some pretty damn
Yeah.
good chops.
Randy still got it, man.
Randy got it, man.
He's
He's still at the top of his game, man. Especially now that he's a lot bigger, like strength wise.
yeah.
He's still doing this crazy stuff and whatnot, and that's still something I was worried about with him coming back from the back surgery. I'm like, man, he's probably not gonna be the same. But
Yeah.
nah, he's still Randy Orton.
He's still Randy Orton. I mean, up until this point, his run has been like very just Randy Orton lose and sell that back injury, but no, he
Mhm.
definitely showed out. What a great way to close this show.
Yeah, it was a great way to end the show, and I'm glad to see the World Heavyweight title get main events.
Yeah, yeah,
I
agreed.
think that's really important to give that main events to. It helps add
Absolutely, especially with
prestigiousness.
somebody like Gunther, somebody
Oh,
with the prestige of
definitely.
Gunther. Yeah. So,
Hmm.
what would you rate the show
Out of 10,
out of 10?
I would say I'd give it for what we had. I'll give it a 8, an 8.
I think that's a fair score.
Hmm.
7.5 or 8 for me. I don't think it was. I think it was a pretty solid show.
Hmm.
I just I wish their pay-per-views were longer. Not
I do
longer,
too.
but
That's
a
my
couple
one
more
problem.
matches.
That's my
That's my issue with WWE pay-per-views is
I agree.
we've
That's my
talked
one
about this
complaint
once.
in the Triple H era. Is the pay-per-view
Yeah.
matches. It could be more.
Yeah. Agreed. Enjoyable nonetheless. The
Hmm.
world title match is enjoyable. Strap match very enjoyable. The other two matches kind of brought it down for me.
Hmm.
But that happens.
Yeah, that's why they
Give me
would.
a few more matches per show, man. Like
Yeah,
that's all I'm
that.
asking for.
I 100% agree. I couldn't agree. Yeah.
There was no mid card title
That's the
matches in
problem,
WWE.
man. Like, I hate that, man. I hate that there's no mid card title.
Yeah.
Especially when the tag team titles, the world tag team titles, haven't been defended
In months.
months ever since they
It's
won it
been
back
months.
in whatever. It's been like 90 days almost at this point.
It's insane. Like, what's the purpose?
There is
Just
none.
reunite the titles if you're not going to use one set.
Just give it to a different tag. There's so many good tag teams right now in WWE.
Give it to DIY.
DIY,
Somebody. Well, I guess they're
switch.
on the other show though. They're
Yeah,
on
give it to
SmackDown, but
American Made.
yeah, yeah.
Do so, this tag teams, New Day, they never fail. It's just tag teams out there that can be in there. Just stay in there.
All right. So, do we want to see if Simon wants to join,
Uh,
or do we just we can just roll with it?
what do you think?
Roll
Do you
with
think we should
roll
roll
with
with
what we
it
got.
and just do all out with you and I?
That'd be fine. Yeah,
And then if Devin can make it in time, we can just ask him from some of his opinions.
that'd be fine. Yeah,
Because he said it's about 30 minutes. I think we can talk 30. I have no problem talking 30 minutes for.
yeah, yeah. Especially with
Yeah.
All Out, that
Yeah.
fucking insane show.
But before we get to All Out, some fallout from Monday Night Raw, like we said, we got CM Punk and Drew McIntyre Hell in a Cell, Finn Balor versus Damian Priest, Liv and Rhea. And a big takeaway from Monday Night, first, actually, that was it 8-man tag with the Wyatt
the
Six.
street fight. The street fight.
Yeah, that shit was insane, man. Like that went beyond my expectations.
Really? See, I wasn't able to catch Raw. I was
Yeah, if
watching the
you ever,
football game, and then I ended up going to bed early. But
if you're able to catch that match was like it was a pretty extreme match. Freaking Eric Rowan literally grabbed the barricade, like he picked up the barricade and used it as a weapon.
what?
Yeah, he was
Oh
like
my god.
running through people. Like it's like the turntable. Instead of people going
The
through
turn
the barricade went through people.
the turntables. Oh man.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool spots. Nikki Cross did put the garbage can over Ivy Nile, drop kick to choke slam on the chair, kendo sticks. It was a really good match, and I always said Eric Rowan was was pun intended the black sheep of the Wyatt family because I never thought he was that good in the ring, but he's definitely improved. Like it was showing more agility and whatnot, and Dexter Loomis is pretty good, Joey Gacy's good, and it's a good group of wrestlers, and yeah,
Bo
it was a
Dallas, baby.
yeah, Bo Dallas,
You just have
believe,
to believe.
believe. But yeah, it was a
Man.
great opener. It was a banger opener.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to check that out. I just haven't had a chance yet.
Hmm.
But I will definitely check that out. I've heard really good things about it. Like you said, Bad Blood is shaping up to be true blood
Yeah,
feuds.
and that's why I
So
think we will
that's
see blood.
exciting.
I think this whole
I
bad,
hope so, man.
just because it's called Bad Blood, I think they'll play with
Yeah,
that.
I hope so.
But a big takeaway from Monday Night Raw was because their contract with USA was supposed to end at the end of the
Yep.
month, and they got an extension before they go to Netflix, so they needed something.
Yep. So
And
October.
they have an extension with USA, but they're going back to 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be 7-9 Central Time, which is great because it used to be 8-10 Central Time, so that's gonna be a
Yeah.
little bit different. But I'm
Yeah. So
excited
I
for
think
that.
that'll be a nice. I think that'll be a good change because anytime
Yeah.
I try to watch Raw live, it just like drags and drags.
Mhm.
And I think 2 hours might.
I think 2 hours for a weekly show is it's what it always should be.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I mean, you can fill it up, man. I mean, Triple H has done a lot better filling up to 3 hours than Vince did.
Yeah.
But with two
I agree.
hours,
I
like
agree.
everything's important.
Yeah. As long as and there's been times like this on SmackDown. As long as there's no 45-minute opening like promo segments to
Yeah.
open up a 2-hour show, just don't do that, please.
Hmm. Yeah. I wonder when they go to Netflix what they will do.
I don't know. That's a good
I
question.
wonder if it's gonna be a consistent time, like every two. It will be 2 hours. Will some be 2.5? Some be 3? I wonder.
Yeah. Or is it just going to be like an on-demand thing, like you can watch it whenever? I
I
don't
mean,
know what they're gonna
I
do.
definitely think it'll work like that. It'll be live, but then
Yeah.
it'll be the on-demand option.
Yeah. I'm assuming you have Netflix.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I can't wait for that, man, dude. I can't wait. I don't think it's gonna be as crazy as everyone thinks it is. I don't think they're gonna drop f bombs every week and shit like that.
Yeah,
I think people are expecting too much out of Netflix, which will lead people to
and
complaining
they
as
shouldn't drop
always.
it. They shouldn't be dropping f bombs every week. That's not
No,
like I love non PG wrestling, but there is a limit.
yeah,
As long as stuff like shit is like not censored,
yeah,
or the crowd's not censored, that's gonna be huge.
yeah. That's a big thing. I don't think a crowd should ever be censored.
No, they should never be censored, and that just takes away because if somebody's in a promo, if somebody's
Hmm.
talking in a promo and the crowd's censored, you miss part of the promo anyways. It's just stupid.
Exactly.
It sounds dumb.
Yeah. Like I remember when The Rock came for that one SmackDown, he had the crowd chanting. It was something ass. I think it was jackass or something like that. We had one side doing one side and one saying
Yeah,
ass. So you would hit a one part and then the other part just gets bleeped out. I'm like, come on.
it's so dumb.
Yeah.
But praying for non PG wrestling in WWE again.
Yeah. I
I know
think
that's why we have other companies, but the more
I
the
think
merrier.
they'll still have the PG somewhat, but
Yeah,
still have that option of being more edgy.
yeah.
Like maybe every once in a while we'll see an F bomb. Like once in a while. You know, I don't want to see Seth coming out to Seth fucking Rollins. To me, I just
Could you
rather him go back
imagine?
to Seth
Oh my
Rollins.
God, dude. How many parents would be pissed letting their kids watch Seth fucking Rollins?
Me
I
personally, I just
would love
wish,
it, but dude, give
yeah.
me a shirt, Seth fucking Rollins.
Me personally, I wish he would just go back to Seth Rollins, not the freaking
Hmm.
part. I think it's cool to
I don't
say,
know
but
why
like
they.
as a name, it's cringy to me.
It's cool to call him. You can call him Seth freaking Rollins all you want, but
Hmm.
for that to be a part of his name is just dumb.
Yeah, I
The
agree. I
shirt's
agree.
cool though. I like
Yeah,
the shirts that
like
he
the
has,
concept of
but
it is cool. Like that, the marketing aspect of it
yeah,
is cool, but the fact that his no, like I don't know, it's
yeah.
weird.
I feel you. It's goofy. It's
Hmm.
very Vince-esque.
It
It's
is. It
Vince-esque.
is. It is. It's one of the things I'm
That's one of those
surprised Triple H has
dementia
kept.
Vince brain booking decisions.
Just thought he was RVD. But yeah,
All
Raw was
right.
good. It was a good episode of Monday Night Raw.
Awesome. Glad you enjoyed. It's hard for me
Hmm.
to even watch Raw live.
Hmm.
Um, Especially now with football season, like football's going to be take precedence for me, but
That's
I
fair.
definitely keep up as much as I can with highlights, and I try to go back and watch some of the matches that interest me, and
Hmm.
usually I'm pretty good about that. I just haven't been able to yet,
Yeah.
obviously, for last
For
night.
those, yeah, for those that don't
So
know, we record on it's Tuesday, and we both just
yeah,
got back from work.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, working a long day and then doing this doesn't
Hmm.
really give a chance to do anything.
No.
So talking about moving on, talking about a little bit of New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Hmm.
So I don't know any of those people out there know, but James and I attended a New Japan show earlier this year, Windy
Yes.
City Riot. Had a blast at the Wintrust Arena in Chicago. I just love being close to Chicago because we get all the promotions, all the good shows. We get New
Hmm.
Japan shows, we get AEW, WWE, we get NXT's coming to Chicago
Hmm.
in a month. GCW comes to Chicago. There's a bunch of indies around Chicago, so it's uh,
Yes.
never short of wrestling in
No,
Chicago, which
Chicago's
is
like the
great.
number one wrestling
Oh
state
yeah,
out there, city,
oh
whatever you want
yeah,
to say. The only competition is New York.
yeah, yeah, for real.
Hmm.
So yeah, New Japan show. What John Moxley won the IWGP World
Yeah.
Title that we saw. Moxley drops it back to Naito at Forbidden Door, and now Zack Sabre Jr. wins the G1 finally. Super hyped about that.
Oh
One
yeah.
of the best wrestlers in the world.
He's
He's an
so
incredible
underrated,
technician
man.
for real,
Like
and
I
people
wouldn't say
think he's
maybe not underrated, under talked about. Like he just does not get talked about.
underappreciated.
Underappreciated, yeah.
Underappreciated, absolutely. He is just an incredible wrestler, and a lot of people say that his wrestling style is very boring, and I disagree.
It's a good
I love
technical
technical
wrestler.
wrestling.
Technical with some high flying here and there.
Exactly. Yeah,
Striker, yeah. I'm a
his
big fan.
match with Danielson back at I think it was at New Beginning, and then at Wrestle Dream last year.
Hmm.
Fantastic matches. Literally two of the best technicians in the world.
Yeah.
Probably the top two. And now that Danielson's going to be retiring soon, Zack Sabre is going to take over that number one spot. Hopefully, we get a
Hmm.
third match between the two as like a passing of the torch. That would be great.
Yeah,
Um,
I can see it.
that would be awesome. Uh, Zack Sabre Jr. challenging Naito next month, I believe, for the IWGP World Title. It's Monday, October 14th, so it's like a two. like a 2 a.m. start or something at King of Pro Wrestling. So, is it time for Zack Sabre Jr. to become IWGP champion? I hope so.
I'm all for it. I'm
I'm
all
I'm
for
all my
that.
chips are behind that dude. So, Naito's just kind of been what weird. His title
Yeah.
reign's been very weird. He's always had short title reigns,
And I
but
haven't heard really.
this one just felt like weird. His match when he won it back from Moxley 2 months ago, 3 months ago, felt off. Like
It
something
did.
he's slowing down, and it sucks to see. But
And I'm not hearing too much stuff about, like, I can't keep up with New Japan Weekly. It's just like I can't. I don't. It's
oh, it's
hard
hard.
to.
It's definitely hard. Yeah,
Usually I would hear stuff, see stuff buzzing. I haven't seen much about him. Like I didn't even know if he was still
yeah.
champion. To be honest with you.
I had to think about it for a second. But yeah, so Zack Sabre Jr. potentially going to be the next IWGP champion makes me happy. Trying to keep up with New Japan as much as possible. It's just so hard with the start times of their
It's hard.
shows being
Yeah.
2 in the morning for us. It's
Mm-hmm.
1 a.m., 2 a.m. It's hard
Yeah.
to
Keeping up with that. AEW, WWE. We work full-time jobs. We got personal lives.
yeah.
We got the podcast. That's how,
Got the
doing some of this stuff.
podcast.
Take time. As much as I love wrestling, I got to do some other stuff too.
Yeah, we got other hobbies. So,
Yeah.
by the way, how's that Star Wars
It's good,
Outlaws?
man.
You enjoying it still?
I'm still having fun. It pissed me off the other day because I played like an hour of side stuff. I didn't get saved when I
Oh,
died.
no,
But other than that, oh, it's been a really good game. I
I want
don't
to
get
get
the
it. I
hate.
want to get it.
Yeah,
So,
I don't get the hate. It's a fun. I think people just upset it doesn't got lightsabers. But
you know why? You know why people hate it? It's because it's Star Wars.
yeah,
Star Wars fans hate Star Wars more than wrestling
yeah,
fans hate wrestling. I just
yeah.
don't get it. Those are the two worst like fan bases out there:
And it
Star
sucks.
Wars
Those are
fans
my
and
two
wrestling
favorite
fans.
things: is wrestling and Star Wars.
Literally,
And
yeah,
everyone's just so toxic.
dude, it's insane. So,
Maybe
um,
one of these days we will do a Star Wars aside episode.
that'd be fun. That would be a
I'd
lot
be
of
down
fun.
for that.
Definitely a way to increase our um product or
Views
our
and audience.
yeah content. God, I don't know why I blanked on the word. Increase our content. So. I guess if we want to go into All Out talk, since we were both there,
Hmm.
doesn't seem as Devin. I don't think he's messaged. I don't think he'll be joining us. So we will see.
Yeah, if you can join us, we'll give him, some time here. We'll talk about it. Then if he can hop
Yeah,
in, we'll do some small stuff with him and make it work.
yeah, absolutely. So All Out, just absolute crazy show.
Amazing. It was really good. One of the
It
better
was
AEW events I've been to.
probably the best one that I think I've been to. I've been to. This was the. Let's see, Full Gear All Out, All Out. And this is the fifth pay per view I think that I went to for AEW, and
We
I think it's the best
we might have the
that I've
same
been
count. I
to.
think we've been to all the same pay-per-views. Oh, no, 'cause I went to Revolution.
You went to Revolution, but I went to Dynasty this past year,
Oh
so
yeah,
I think
yeah. So we
that
might be the same count because we both got that Full Gear.
didn't you go to All Out 2021?
No,
You weren't? You weren't
no,
there?
it's one of my biggest regret, man. Dude, tickets
Oh man,
tickets for like 2 grand.
were you at the first dance?
Yeah, yeah,
You were at those. Yeah,
yeah.
you were at the CM Punk return. That's right.
Yeah, bro,
Dang, you weren't
tickets
at
for
All Out that year?
I know,
And
and that's still my favorite AEW pay-per-view that paid. That's so
I'm assuming they
fucking
sold
good.
out like
Oh,
instantly.
dude, tickets for like if you were looking after because during that time AEW was still really, really hot, and
Yeah.
just the rumors of CM Punk, tickets like cheapest one, 2 grand.
For resale?
Yeah, resale, yeah.
Yeah. I figured AEW wasn't
Yeah, no.
charging 2 grand. Like
No, 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 no.
but yeah,
Yeah,
that doesn't
dude.
surprise me at all. And then the
Yeah.
rumors of Danielson and Danielson coming in,
Dude, such a good
dude,
show, man. That show was so good.
it is. I don't know. I kind of feel like it's rated the number one AEW pay per view on Cage. I know Cage Match ratings don't matter,
Mhm.
but it's
It's not
rated
better than
number
Metzel
one.
ratings, I'll tell you that.
It's rated the number one AEW pay per view in Cage Match in AEW history.
Me personally, I would agree with that.
I think it's a little overrated. I'm not gonna lie.
Really?
I think the pay per views since 2021 have come a long way in terms of quality of product.
Mhm.
Just the quality of wrestling in general. I think obviously the attendance,
Wasn't that
but
the pay-per-view that
I
got you
don't
hooked to
factor that in.
AEW? Wasn't that the pay-per-view that got you hooked to AEW?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, Lucha Bros versus Young
Young
Bucks
Bucks and that steel
specifically. Yeah,
cage.
that's the match that
Okay.
did it. And then obviously at that time I was like an NXT guy. I was
Mm-hmm.
black and gold NXT till I die. Seeing Bryan Danielson debut after Adam Cole surprise debut, that's what
So
got me.
good, man.
That's what got me hooked too.
Yeah.
And seeing my favorite NXT guy debut in AEW was like after seeing that cage match, I was like, all right, I'm hooked. I'm gonna start watching every week from here on out. So,
And here we are.
and here I am. I don't miss a show really.
All right.
God,
Back
I
to
don't
All
miss
Out
a show.
2024. We got sidetracked there.
Who cares? Man, starting off, I wasn't there in time for the pre-show. I think I showed up like 20 minutes before the show
Yeah,
started.
I missed
We were,
majority of the pre-show too because I was in line getting some merch and
yeah,
whatnot.
yeah. I ended up getting the MJF shirt, that Better Than You, in the
Yeah,
red
it
and
was a
black
nice
and
shirt. I
gray.
got
That
that
was,
Osprey.
yeah, yeah, that's sick. Starting off the show, we had an absolute great match: MJF versus Daniel Garcia.
Great, really, really, really good.
I absolutely loved it. I love Daniel Garcia, and obviously MJF is one of the best in the world, in my
Hmm.
opinion. Um, I mean, these guys hate each other, it seems.
Yeah, I think such a good grudge feud going on with them too.
It's crazy, yeah.
Like
One
the
thing that really
hate.
stood out about this show, although, I can talk about the show after.
Hmm.
Let's just focus on the matches.
Hmm.
But I thought it was really good. MJF using his low blow tactics to win, as always.
Yep,
I
MJF being
definitely
MJF.
thought Garcia was going to get a huge win, but
Hmm.
it seems like they wrote MJF off for a while.
That's what I'm hearing. I think
Yeah,
that's what I good. MJF won the match, but Garcia still went over it. He got he
yeah,
tombstone him from the top rope or second
yeah. The
rope,
pile
whatever it
driver,
was.
yeah, the pile driver from the
Yeah,
top.
power
So
driver, not tombstone. My
supposedly
bad.
MJF's going to film for a movie or something. So
Really?
I get it. Apparently, yeah. So that's who can even trust Meltzer nowadays, though.
True, true. He's
But
probably means that
that's the
MJF will
word.
be on the next show.
Mum's the word. So, but that's totally okay. I just love that Garcia returns at All In and costs MJF his international title, and now he
Hmm.
basically writes him off of out of AEW for a while.
Yeah, it's good, man. I
So
like it.
Garcia's getting. I hope that dude gets a huge push. He
Hmm.
definitely deserves it.
Yeah, I would love to see
He's a
him
great wrestler.
run the.
I would love that. Become
I
like
think.
TNT champion or something,
Yeah, I'm all
international
for that.
champion. Just
I
do
think it's
something.
time to change some titles in
Yeah.
AEW. Some people
Yeah.
have been champion for too long and
Yeah.
just really ain't doing too much with the title.
Are you talking about Jack Perry?
Not as much as him, more of the people in the next match.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, Young Bucks versus Claudio and Wheeler came up next.
It was.
Are you getting sick of the Young Bucks?
I don't. It's because I love this EVP gimmick so much, and I still think the Young Bucks are great wrestlers. I'm getting over it. I don't know. It's weird. It's like I want to see something different, but
Yeah,
I'm
I
still
get it.
enjoying the heel shit they do.
Yeah, it's definitely
It's weird.
running its course. At least the champions piece.
Hmm.
With them Okada and Perry all having titles.
Yeah,
It's
to me,
definitely it's
it ran its
starting to get a
course.
little stale.
Yeah, even I
But
don't know. We'll talk about the other champions when we get to the matches. But
yeah,
even this match, I wasn't honestly. It was probably my least favorite match of the no, my second least favorite match of the night.
I was gonna say, hold on, wait a minute, hold up, wait a minute. Uh, no, yeah, I thought the match was pretty fun.
Hmm.
Um, I just think other matches on the show were much better.
And that's the problem, So other
Yeah.
stuff stood out.
Yeah, exactly. It was everything else stood out basically.
Like,
So
and that's the thing. I still love watching the Young Bucks perform. I think the Young Bucks are still great performers.
agreed, agreed.
Hmm.
Um,
Bro, did you
so who
hear?
knows, dude?
I know
Who do you
you.
who do you want to beat them for the titles?
That's the problem. I can't even name one, so that's why I can't judge too hard.
Grizzled Young Veterans?
I'm all for that. I love it. I'm a
Same,
big Grizzly
same,
Young Veteran fan. I know
same. Yeah,
some people don't like them. I think they're so good. And people
I
hate
think
their
they're
finisher.
awesome,
I
man.
love their finisher so
Really?
much. I love that finisher.
Damn, man. I love their finisher too.
People hate it. People think it's like weak. And I'm like, it's a cool concept. It might not every finishing move gotta be hard hitting. If it has a cool
Yeah.
concept and looks,
Hmm.
like especially a tag team, I love like doing
Yeah.
like combining stuff. I love it. So
tag team. I've said it before, but tag team wrestling is my absolute favorite thing as long as it's like executed well.
Mm-hmm.
It's poetry, tag team
Mm-hmm.
wrestling, and that's why I love the Young Bucks. It's just everything they do, like their tag team chemistry together, is so
And
beautiful
that's the
to
thing, man.
watch.
I thought they carried at all in, and I think they carried a little bit
Absolutely,
more at all out.
yeah.
I think, yeah,
I love.
I still think they're great wrestlers, and Claudio's good. I'm still. Did you hear the person yelling? I know you were 3 rows ahead of me. Did you hear that one girl screeching like the whole show with Claudio with how she hated the uppercuts? You
Yeah,
heard that?
was that the same woman that was yelling at Jack Perry or like screaming for Jack Perry?
Yeah, and she was fucking screaming at Daniel Bryan. Didn't like Daniel Bryan too. Bryan Danielson, my bad. Like, oh, dude, she was so freaking annoying.
She was mad annoying, bro. Oh my god. Hey, I have a perfect tag team to beat the Young Bucks.
Who?
FTR.
We
That's a
haven't seen
joke,
that
by the
match
way.
before. I know,
Absolute
I know,
joke, by the way.
I know.
Uh, I'm so ready to move on from that, like that feud. I love their matches, but it's just we need some new tag teams, like making some waves in this tag team division.
Hmm.
It's ever since I feel like ever since they introduced the trios titles, the tag team division has been severely lacking
Yeah,
because
I'm
they're
not a
throwing
fan
all
of
their
trios
tag teams as
title.
random trios, and
Yeah, I didn't like the idea of the trios title when they announced it. And
yeah,
I still stand with that. I don't like the
like
trios title.
bro, give me Malachi and Brody as a tag
Mm.
team. Bring back Kings of the Black Throne for the tag division.
Especially when you have these trios champions fighting against the tag team champions. I'm like, what are you
Yeah, right.
doing?
Yeah.
Even in Ring of
Oh
Honor,
man.
the trios champion is Goldust has both them, the trios and the tag team titles. Like, what is like? No disrespect to Dustin Rose, but like, what the hell?
Yeah. It's wild.
Mhm. Quick
All right,
pause
so
here.
decent match, definitely got overshadowed.
But a quick
Moving on, my match of the night, probably your
everyone's
match of
man,
the night too,
right?
I think. Incredible international title match, Will Ospreay versus Pac, the Bastard.
So good,
Um,
man. So good.
words, I just it's hard to like convey into words how incredible these guys are.
Dude.
It's two guys at the top of the chain in
Mm-hmm.
high flying lucha libre style wrestling.
Dude, this is so
Um,
damn good.
it, I
Like,
don't even know what to say.
especially just Will Ospreay alone, man. So, my mom also watches wrestling. She doesn't really keep up with New Japan stuff and whatnot like that. So, like, Will Ospreay's new to her. Like, that's a new, like, he's just a new face for her. And, and I asked him, like, this guy, she's like, he came from New Japan, right? She's like, I'm like, yeah. And he's like, and she said, ever since he's been in AEW, she hasn't seen a bad match by him. I'm like, I'll be honest with you, Mom, I don't know if I can name a bad Will Ospreay match anywhere.
Exactly. It's like he's allergic to having a bad wrestling match.
It's even hard to say one's good. They're all so great.
Uh-huh. Well, if you look at the match catalog he's had this year.
Mm-hmm.
Konosuke Takeshita, Bryan Danielson, Pac,
MJF.
MJF twice.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my, Kyle Fletcher. He had that amazing Dynamite match with Kyle Fletcher.
And we're probably
Um,
forgetting one
his
still.
his TNA match against Josh Alexander
Mm-hmm.
at their pay-per-view, amazing. It's just and definitely forgetting some matches too. It's just hard to his match with Roderick Strong. I thought was really good.
Mm-hmm.
Swerve, that's the one. Him and Swerve at Forbidden Door.
Yeah.
It's like the dude's match catalog is unmatched. It's insane.
And he's so man, he's literally the best in the world. And to me there's no close second.
I agree.
He's
I
so
agree.
every
He's
match, and dude, like I don't get how he does some of these sells. Like like the on the apron, taking the
oh, German suplex and then the
suplex,
Poison
dude.
Rana. Oh my god, dude!
How does that not break your neck?
I was literally sitting in my seat like I was
Yes.
like, ugh, like what are you doing, Will? Oh my god! And then absolutely love his finisher. The Hidden Blade is one of my
Love
favorite
it.
finishers in wrestling. He just
Mm-hmm.
makes it look so good,
Mm-hmm. And
and the way
again,
Pac sells it too.
yeah,
Oh
packing the close call finish. I'm a sucker for a close call finish.
yeah.
And there was plenty of them. He hit one to hidden blades and Pac kicked out. I'm like, oh shit. And that was like deep into the match too. I thought it was over.
Oh man, these guys, the chemistry was insane too. I'm
Insane. I hope
so
they run it
glad that
back. I hope they run it back.
We needed to run it back. I am so happy that we were able to be there in person. This might be the best match that I've ever seen in person.
It's one of the best, yeah. I would have to have like, I've been to a lot, so I'd have to have a
Yeah,
big
yeah.
breakdown of it, but it's
Well,
definitely one of
shit.
the best.
I was at Dynasty, so I saw freaking Osprey versus Danielson,
Great match.
and so these two are definitely neck and neck up there as some of the best matches I've ever seen in person.
Mhm.
But that would be a fun conversation sometime.
What, like talking about in-person stuff that we
Talk about
witnessed?
in-person matches and shows. Yeah,
I'm down for that. But that's
that
gonna be a
would be
long
fun.
segment for me, but
Um,
I'm down for that.
is this match of the year
It's definitely in the contendership for it.
in the conversation? I think so.
You know,
Definitely.
they're gonna have all these match of the year options, and it's just gonna be Will Ospreay, Will Ospreay, Will Ospreay, Will
Yeah,
Ospreay, and then there'll be Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns, and it's
literally.
more Will Ospreay.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. But he definitely deserves it too. He's been insane since joining the roster. And no huge shout out to Pac too. Like he definitely did his thing.
Yeah.
And he's been ever since coming back, he's been on fire too.
Oh,
I'm
dude,
so
Pac is.
glad we've been able to see a healthy Pac because
Yeah, I was about to say
he's definitely showing what he can do.
yeah, he's another person I felt like has been underappreciated.
Yep.
Really hasn't given the opportunity to show how good he is because of
Yeah.
injuries and whatnot. Yeah,
Yeah,
Pac is he
absolutely.
proved it, man. That was a goated match. It's like
Hmm.
like amazing
It
match.
takes two to tango.
100%.
Um,
Very few people can carry someone to have a 5-star match. For,
I
five
feel
star
like
whatever.
both of these guys can do that.
Yeah, exactly.
So and then you put them together, it's just magic.
Man, dude, it's perfect. Yeah, I
And
couldn't change one thing about it.
and listen, to all you people out there who say this isn't wrestling, it's absolutely wrestling.
Hmm.
Shut your damn mouths.
I don't
You
mind.
just don't like this style of wrestling, and that's
Hmm.
okay. Don't sit there and say it's not wrestling because that just devalues everything that Will Ospreay and Pac do
Yeah, and there's so many
and
different
work towards.
like there's so many. You can say you don't like it, but to say it's not because there's different styles of wrestling. There's so many
Exactly.
different styles now.
There's not one end all be all style that is wrestling.
Exactly.
It's all wrestling. It all falls under the wrestling umbrella.
And even
Just
the
because you
stuff
don't
I
like it,
did, sometimes the flippy stuff can be overdone. If the like, I'm not a fan of it when they're just like flipping around, but like it doesn't look like they're going for anything. Like
yeah,
one of the most iconic spots is Will Ospreay and
Ricochet,
Ricochet's spot, and
yeah,
I hate it
really,
because the way it ended was in both, like landing in the Spider-Man pose. I'm like, that was like
really. I thought you as a huge Spider-Man fan, you hated that.
I see. As much as I love Spider-Man, to me, that what makes wrestling look bad sometimes. Like, okay, what were they doing though? Like, again, I won't. I very few bad things I'll say about Will Ospreay or Ricochet because I think they're both great wrestlers, and I cannot wait for that match.
Dude, same.
It's a good. It's probably my Will Ospreay style is probably my favorite style. Anything that's close is probably technical. I love some technical wrestling. It's because that's what I grew up
Another,
doing too.
yeah, another thing about Will Ospreay is like he sells everything.
He,
And there's still people out there who say he doesn't sell. He just no sells everything. It's like, do you watch him like holding his neck or
yeah,
anything like throughout the show,
he
or like
knows how to.
taking
He's
these
a
moves?
good seller. Like shit,
It's
man.
literally New Japan style like
At some
selling.
point, it's probably not even selling. It's probably him legit in pain the way he falls,
Yeah.
man. I don't think it's selling. He's hurting, dude. You can't fall on your neck like that and not be in pain.
Oh my God. All right, so I think we spent enough time talking about this.
Hmm.
I could go on for so much longer about
Yeah,
this match and both of these guys specifically, but for the sake of time, we'll move on to another banger match. The AEW Women's Street Fight,
really
Willow
good.
Nightingale versus Chris Statlander.
I missed the first
Match.
probably few minutes of this because I couldn't
Oh,
hold
did
it.
you?
I couldn't hold it any longer for the Mercedes Moné match. To use the bathroom. And I was trying to beat it, and then the line got like big. So it looks like there
Yeah.
was a table spot that I missed.
Oh yeah. Chris did a Swanton bomb through the table on the outside. It was
Yeah, I
insane.
just missed it. Like I came in, like they were on the
Man.
ground, and I'm like, what
Yeah.
happened?
Well, it's funny because Willow. It looked like Willow maybe forgot to get off the table in time, so she like got off. But then when Chris was coming down, her legs caught Willow right on like the back and head. So
Really?
yeah, it was like ooh. But I gotta give these ladies props, man.
Yeah, they're good. They're
What?
really. I'm a big Statlander fan too. Like
Me too, absolutely. And I'm a big
anyone that
Willow fan.
anyone that comes from Creative Pro Wrestling, because I'm a big Brian Myers fan. I love them. So her,
Oh yeah,
MJF, Mark Sterling.
Smart Mark, baby.
Yeah, it's crazy
Um,
that all those three of those were trained by freaking Brian Myers.
yeah, that is insane. Um, how often do you see women doing an avalanche Spanish fly from the top rope?
Not often. It's the stuff they
Never.
were doing, man. You don't see that often in women's at all.
Exactly. And these women did it. Willow
Yeah.
and Chris absolutely killed it. They're doing stuff that like we've never really seen in women's wrestling
Mm-hmm.
before.
The
And
stuff
I
they do on this.
absolutely love it.
One thing that sucked about being there live. So the whole show, they have the match on this, the big screen,
Yeah.
but they go all the way to the entrance and they turn the screen off.
It's like, oh, we can see all the stuff in the ring. We don't need the screen. But then when they go
Yeah.
to the stage, we need the screen because we
People
can't
chanting,
see it
turn the
properly.
screen on and whatnot. They turned it on for replay and then turned it back off. It must be some type
Yeah.
of production thing or something.
We literally missed the spear off of the stage
Mm-hmm.
onto the tables. I
Like
mean,
we,
they
we
showed the
see it, but
replay, but
it's not like we're not seeing like up close, that cool
yeah,
view of it.
yeah,
And they were doing some stuff. I don't even know what was that. Was that a light tube they had? What
yeah.
weapon
They
did
had
she have? Light
Chris hit
tube?
Willow
Yeah,
with light tubes, yeah, or the other way around. Willow hit Chris with light
yeah.
tubes. Yeah, that was cool. So we never really see light tubes in AEW, and that was
No,
the first
especially in
time
a
since
woman's match.
probably the Nick Gage match. Was that the first time in like
Yeah,
years that we've seen light tubes?
I think so.
So that was
I think the
cool.
only other match was Nick Gage, and that's because Nick
Nick Gage
Gage
and Chris
uses light
Jericho.
tubes like people use his punches.
Yeah, with GCW. Yeah. Oh my God. But they absolutely went out there and showed out. I absolutely love this match. What's crazy is anytime AEW does like a women's hardcore match or street fight, they always show out.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Always.
I'm still thinking about like the Tay J versus Penelope Ford and the Bunny
So yeah, it's a really
street
good
fight
one.
that they had years back. That was amazing. Women definitely, and Britt Baker versus Thunder Rosa sticks
Classic,
out.
man.
Classic.
That's
They
like my
always,
favorite AEW women's match. That match
yeah.
is so good.
Every time they get the opportunity in a Street Fighter hardcore match, they deliver.
Mm-hmm.
Like they make a statement, and I think that's what sets AEW's women's division apart. I'm not saying they're the best in wrestling, but it definitely differentiates them from other women's divisions in wrestling.
It's like mid 2000s.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's awesome. I love to see it. So, moving on from that one, we had the Continental title Fatal Four Way.
Mm-hmm.
I thought was a very fun match.
Yes, this is a match where I definitely think the wrong person won.
Yeah, dude, Takeshita should have won.
That's you talked about like Takeshita should have won this match, and that's one of my like with this whole elite thing. This is what I'm getting, and like Okada's great. Okada's amazing. No hate to Okada, but like I have not cared for a single thing he's done with the title.
He hasn't done like anything with the title.
Exactly. Like the title doesn't feel important whatsoever. And
Yeah,
Takeshita deserves the title so much.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm 100% behind Takeshita.
Mm-hmm.
Um, become a singles champion and run the roster. This
Yeah.
dude's proven himself time and time again. He just performed in the G1 over in Japan and had some awesome matches. And now he's back in America. Like, do something with this guy, please, Tony.
Exactly.
Please, Tony Khan, do something with
He's
Takeshita.
so good.
He's very good. It's insane because he's so young too.
Mm-hmm.
He's so young and he just gets it. And
Yeah.
he has a mouthpiece. Like he doesn't
Yeah.
need to talk all the time. He has Callus for a mouthpiece. And
Mm-hmm.
even when he talks, like when he talks in Japan or in
Mm-hmm.
Japanese, like it feels like
Like I don't know what you're
final
saying,
boss
but I
type
know what you're
shit.
saying, man.
He feels like final boss type shit. Like
Yeah.
it's kind of scary. Like I 100% agree. The
Mm-hmm.
Okada and Takeshita face off,
That was so
that
cool.
has me excited
Yeah.
because I'm hoping this leads into a Okada versus Takeshita feud
I'm all for that. If that's how they
where
get the title off, I'm cool with that.
maybe they trade the title a few times and then Okada goes into the C2 as champion and Takeshita comes out and wins it and
I'm
becomes
all for
champion.
that.
That would be awesome. I would absolutely love it. So I'm hoping this leads to a feud between the two, but pretty fun match. I always love
Yeah.
seeing Orange Cassidy and Mark Briscoe.
Yeah. The Orange Cassidy, he's another really good one that I think people take him too much as a joke, but he's like he can go in the ring.
Yeah, he can. Absolutely, he can. He's impressive, and he's like that dude's like almost 40 years old. Can you believe that?
Really?
Yeah, he's
Oh
like
shit!
39 or something. Yeah,
I would have guessed he's like in his 20s, man. He
you're
looks
right.
young.
Yeah. Uh, but he's always super fun to watch. Um, was this the match where they just kept hitting
Suplexes,
body
yeah. And every time Orange Cassidy would
suplexes
go for
over and over?
one,
Yeah.
Orange Cassidy would get reversed, and he finally got one in.
I thought that was funny.
Yeah.
Man. So
Here
decent
comes.
match, good match.
Mm-hmm.
And then the best match on the show,
The worst
obviously.
match on the show. And
Mercedes Moné versus Hikaru
even
Shida for the
even
TBS
outside
title.
my bias, like I'll give credit when credit's due. Okay, I probably missed the first 5 minutes of this match because Mercedes Moné match. I went to the bathroom, but it didn't take me to use the bathroom that long because I just went, like another match ago. So I got back pretty quite after the entrance because as soon as the music hit, I don't know if you saw, I was gone.
No, I turned around. I was like, "Hey, James," and I didn't see anyone there. Oh man, I was hoping you would do the CEO dance with me,
I saw you
but
doing it. I was walking out and I see you
hell
doing it.
yeah.
I'm like, that's son of a gun.
Oh man, no, I mean James will advocate for this. I also went to the bathroom during
He
this match.
did. He did.
I didn't want to miss Danielson and
Hmm.
Jack Perry or the main event, so I was like, now's a good time to go.
Yeah,
Um,
not much happened in that match, really.
no, no, not really. I mean, it was. I wouldn't say it's terrible. I
I
wouldn't
would.
say it's necessarily good, but
No,
I
it
love
wasn't.
Sheeta. I was kind of hoping Sheeta might have won, but
What's crazy? That match was longer than the Fatal 4-Way and the
really,
Statlander and Nightingale.
holy crap, really?
Yeah, both the Fatal 4-Way and Statlander and Nightingale were 15 minutes on the dot. This was
Damn,
16 minutes and 30 seconds.
damn. This one didn't feel that long. Maybe it's because I was in the bathroom for half of it, but
That's when you
um,
got your MJF shirt, right?
yeah, yeah.
Alex, I was more curious about that. I saw you came back and I saw you had a
Oh
bag
yeah,
in
yeah,
your
yeah.
hand. I was
And
like,
I got
oh.
the Osprey micro brawler. I
Hmm.
don't know if I. Yeah, it's over there,
Yeah,
but
mine's somewhere in my other
yeah.
room.
Um, got to make the pit stop, dude.
You got it, especially when you
During
have
the
two
least
bangers coming
anticipated
up.
match. Shut up, James. I love Hikaru Shida. Kind of was hoping she would have won. I don't know what they're gonna do with Mercedes. What's the goal? What's the plan?
I
Like
don't know. Get her off the
who's gonna beat
screen.
her for the TBS title?
Whatever it takes to get the title off of him.
I wonder if they're gonna slow build like a Camille turn and end up winning the title. I wouldn't mind Jamie Hayter being the one
I'm
to
all for
beat
anything.
Mercedes.
I'm a big Jamie Hader fan, so I'm for
Big
that.
Jamie Hayter fan.
Yeah,
Kind of sucks we didn't see her on the show, but
yeah.
that's okay. I know she just came back 2 weeks
Speaking,
ago.
I'm gonna rewind to the pre-show a little bit. You missed this part, but when are we gonna get that championship celebration from Mariah May?
Damn it! I, I was looking forward to it.
Imagine if she actually went to that folk stream and you didn't show up and you missed it all.
God damn, that would have been
Imagine that.
I would have been
Obviously, because
sad. But
obviously she's teasing that she's gonna have a nude celebration. That's obviously not gonna happen.
no, it's not gonna happen.
If
People,
that happens, I will lose
put your
my
pants
mind.
back on. Put your
Yeah.
whatever back in your pants. Like it's not gonna happen.
If you actually, even on pay, sure, could they probably do it on pay per view because it's free, whatever the hell they want. You know, they can do whatever they want on pay per view.
I highly doubt it,
They
but I
probably
don't think
could. Maybe they could, but will they? Not a chance.
no,
Especially when
absolutely
they're
not.
trying to get network deals. They're not gonna do.
Yeah, yeah, no, not no way.
And that's just not something you do. Even Attitude Era, they never really did. There's like one thing where someone took this. I can't remember who. She took her top off, but she threw the towel really quick to cover her up. Like they.
Didn't wasn't it like there was a wasn't May Young that ended up flashing, or was it Moolah? One of the really old ladies ended up having her top come off, and like it was like a planned thing. I don't remember who exactly, but I know it was censored out on TV.
Yeah,
But
I just know there was one girl. I can't. I think Missy can't. No, I can't remember. It was some irrelevant chick. It was like right
uh,
after like a pudding fight or whatever mud fight. You know, stuff they used to do, and she took it off, and I think someone came with a towel really quick. I mean, there's some. Don't get me wrong. There's some crazy shit they used to do, like
people giving birth to hands and
and live sex
cutting
celebrations.
off penises and
Yeah,
poor Val Venus,
a
choppy choppy pee pee.
live sex celebration.
Yeah,
You know
if
how awkward
WWE
it has to be?
didn't show nude stuff in the Attitude Era and Ruthless Aggression Era, there's no
Yeah.
way we're getting it now. Not a
No.
chance.
So if you actually think like that again, you need to go put your pants back on and go on to other
Literally.
websites.
There's plenty of other websites for that. Leave it to that. We
Yeah.
this is wrestling, so we
Yeah.
want wrestling
Maybe
here.
she has an
So
OnlyFans page. I don't know. I don't keep up with the OnlyFans
yeah,
stuff.
just go do that if that's what you desire. Um, watch the wrestling for the wrestling people.
Yeah.
How do we get sidetracked like this?
Don't know.
Oh, Mariah May. She
Yeah.
attacked Sky Blue, right?
Yeah, yeah. You know, Sky
Yeah,
Blue
Sky
had
Blue
a
came back. What the heck? I
yeah.
missed it.
Yeah, Sky
Oh,
Blue came back, get that hometown reaction, and then got attacked by
man.
Mariah May.
And then didn't Queen Aminata save her or something?
Is that who that was? I didn't know who it was. Someone
Yeah,
came out
yeah,
and
yeah,
like,
yeah.
who? Everyone in the
Yeah.
crowd, like around us, like, who is that?
It
Like,
was a fan. No, Queen Aminata. She's good,
I
dude.
don't know, really familiar with her. I'll
I
be
don't know
honest
if
with
you've
you.
watched a lot about
I have
her.
not.
Her match, she had a match with Athena that was really good in Ring of Honor. Her match with Billy Starks was really good.
Interesting.
But she's a really good wrestler, and she's still super young. So I'm excited. She's actually getting a match on Dynamite this week against Mariah May.
Oh, okay. Then I'll be
So
able to.
you'll be
No,
able to see her. Yeah.
I'll watch it late because I'm not gonna be able to watch Dynamite tomorrow. I'll be at a baseball game.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, but she's a really good wrestler. So I'm looking forward to see what she does. And she's still super young. I think she just got signed like earlier this year too. So we'll be seeing more of her hopefully. Just keep building that women's division, man, with Ring of
Hmm.
Honor and AEW. So I can't wait till we finally see Athena on AEW
Yeah, for real, man.
again. Like she's the longest reigning Ring of Honor women's
Yeah, but again,
champion.
I don't know how often does you like. I don't keep up with Ring of Honor. Like I said, I only got so much time.
Yeah, I keep up with the results, but then I try to watch the pay-per-views. Um, but anyways, moving on from the Mercedes and Sheeta match, which was the lowest match of the show for both of
Yeah,
us. Um, Bryan Danielson versus Jack Perry for the
good
AEW
match.
World
I liked
Championship.
it. I
Pretty good
thought
match.
really
I
that
enjoyed the
was
match.
fun, and you know
I think Jack Perry's a
I'll hate on Jack Perry joke wise, but I honestly have
yeah,
no problem with Jack Perry at all.
yeah.
I don't think he's a great wrestler. Like I don't think he's like top tier. Like I don't think he's a main eventer. I really don't.
No,
It
I
was just
agree.
I think a win in Rome type thing because it was in Chicago. But even Chicago, it's like people are trying to do the CM Punk chant and whatnot, and just the crowd not for it. I wasn't even.
The crowd was not having it, dude. The crowd was
No.
booing out every CM Punk chant, which I mean, that's fine. Like leave your
Yeah,
CM Punk
he
chants
really
for
shouldn't be
WWE.
doing it. I guess
No,
again I love CM Punk. I don't think he was in the wrong at All Out. But again, I wasn't chanting CM Punk at an AEW event.
uh,
Was I wearing a CM
uh,
Punk shirt at Collision? Yes. Do I have many?
uh, good old Jack Perry, man. Hey, it worked out. It worked out for both companies, like we
Yeah.
talked about
Yeah.
before. WWE got CM Punk back. AEW
They have worked
seems to
stories
be
around it.
relatively drama free,
Yeah.
other than like one thing here or there, like the MJF and Britt Baker thing, which MJF said they're blowing way out of proportion. So
Yeah, which that's a few.
yeah, I'm not even like any. I can't stand wrestling media.
Yeah,
They
especially
blow everything
Meltzer.
out of proportion,
He gets worse and worse, and that's saying something. Like
literally.
Meltzer is
Yeah.
a legendary person in the wrestling business. I'll give him that, but he is so bad. Like even
Yeah,
beyond his
let's
reviews, I don't give a shit about his reviews because they're his opinions. It more annoys me when fans say, "Oh, Meltzer said it's a 5-star match. It's a 5-star match." That shit annoys the fuck out of me.
yeah. Fans should come
Your
up with their
rating
own
should be your
opinions.
rating.
Exactly. You form your own opinion and stop being a freaking sheep, dude.
Yeah, for real.
But that would be a fun next episode. Just have a session talking about Dave Meltzer and his annoyance and
I'm down for
pro
that.
wrestling.
I'm down for that. I give you a good topic.
Because I got some things that I want to say about Mr. Dave Meltzer.
All right, the next
But
episode we'll roast of Dave Meltzer.
it's not all bad. It's not all bad. But anyways, back to Jack Perry versus Bryan Danielson. I thought it was a pretty good match.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed it a lot. I think it went a little longer than it probably needed to,
Yeah, it was
but
27 minutes.
yeah. I mean, the more time I get to see Bryan Danielson wrestle, I will
I was
gladly
taking it
cherish
in,
it.
man. I was taking
Exactly.
it in. It's probably the last time
This
we'll see him wrestle live.
Yeah, and getting to yell the final countdown one more time.
Yeah, I'm hoping that's what he does for all his pay-per-view matches until
Yeah.
he loses. I think it's fitting. It's literally the final countdown of his career.
Well, I mean, there's probably only one more pay-per-view match. Wrestle
Yeah,
Dream.
because I don't know if people
Wrestle
noticed.
Dream.
Like I pointed out in the group chat, they did a bunch of advertising for shows in November and October. Bryan Danielson's not on a single one of them pictures.
Yeah. Man, I'm gonna cry. I'm literally
uh,
gonna. I'm gonna be so sad. I'm gonna be like, my heart's gonna break when we don't see what the minute the ref counts to three and his full-time career is over. I'm gonna be so sad.
Speaking of referees, what the hell was that referee? Have you seen the video of him pushing
Before he pushed the leg,
Jack Perry's leg? I'm like, why? Like
it made no sense. I
that
know.
was bad. And people are like, oh, it's probably for a story. Like I'm telling you, there's gonna be no story. There's nothing to
No.
tell there. That was
Also,
like
Bryce Remsburg is a moron.
Bryce went. He's not a good ref, dude. He's not a good
It
ref.
seems like it seems like there's always ref controversy with Bryce Remsburg.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know what he was like. I think Perry was gonna kick out if he wanted to do so. It looks, but sure, I know AEW has sometimes had those bad kickouts, but if a person doesn't kick out and you did do that, I'd rather see that than you fucking push the guy's leg. Like what? That looks so bad, especially how the camera was angled. It was just plain sight.
Yeah, if they
'Cause I didn't
maybe
know.
had the camera angle for at a different spot, like it
Yeah,
might have
because I
been
didn't notice it.
okay.
Like we didn't notice it at the event.
No,
Obviously,
I
we're
didn't
not
notice
gonna
it
notice
either.
something like that. And I saw. I'm
No.
like, what the hell is that? Like that's so bad.
Oh my God.
But yeah, dude, Jack Perry sold the hell out of that running knee.
Dude, he flew like three-quarters of
Yeah,
the way across the
I've
ring.
watched replays and the physics don't make sense to me.
Yeah.
I think he glitched out of something.
He's a underrated wrestler in my opinion. I don't
Yeah,
think he's not like you said earlier. He's not like a Will Ospreay type. He's not top tier,
no,
but
I
he's pretty good,
he's like the
especially for how young he is.
yeah. I think he's the exempt I have in the elite right now, being champion. I'm cool with his. I don't like the design he chose for the title, but I'm not gonna judge a reign of a look of a title.
Yeah.
But I want to see more with him with the TNT title.
Yeah, and I think he's having the best reign of any of the elite
Well,
so
I
far.
don't think it's even I don't even think it's even close.
No. I mean, the Bucks had won two title defenses and they won them back in literally April.
Yeah,
Their two title defenses came at a pay-per-view and well, both at pay-per-views,
yeah.
2 weeks away from each other. Unless they had another acclaimed. Did they have another acclaimed defense? I'm not really sure.
Maybe at a random dynamite or something.
Or a collision or something, yeah. But anyways, there's no reason that they should be waiting 3 months to defend their titles.
Yeah,
And as
and I
much
get
as
it
I
for the
love the Young
gimmick.
Bucks, like
Again, I love the gimmick. I don't know, just I can't even point to it. Like it's I'm not feeling it. But yeah, I love the gimmick. Like I love the EVP gimmick. I think it's freaking
yeah,
hilarious.
yeah,
But like I don't know. I'm just not really feeling it.
yeah, I agree. So, but alas, we're stuck with it for the time being.
Yeah.
Oh well. I think more important than the match, we have to talk about what happened after the match.
Oh yeah. Holy cow! I about overlooked that. I thought about going to the next match. I almost forget a host.
My heart absolutely shattered
Mm-hmm.
immediately when Claudio uppercut Bryan Danielson.
Yeah. Then Moxley came out. I'm like, oh my god, Moxley's gonna turn. And then the BCC came out. I'm like, okay, that's cool. And then they were in the ring. I thought maybe Mox was gonna send them away, and Mox was gonna do it on his own. They all go in the ring. I'm like, okay, it's all good, it's all happy and whatnot. And then, bam,
Not Claudio.
man.
The look on Danielson's face when he got hit with that uppercut was just like,
Mm-hmm.
what the fuck?
Yeah, man. It's probably the best turn in AEW history, I would say.
It's up there. I mean, that and Mariah May earlier this year.
Mm-hmm.
Elite heel turns. Even
But
though
I don't know. I
BCC
thought
was
the
already
Mariah
like,
May
ugh.
wasn't coming. I'm like one of the few people who saw that coming, like clear as day. This
I
one I
didn't
did
see.
not see coming.
That's fair, yeah. I was, I was in shock, dude.
And
I
I'm
was
like,
literally sitting with my hands on my
yeah.
face, like, what is happening?
And where do we go from here? Because Yuta was not for it,
Yeah,
and
dude,
he's a
poor Yuta. Like, I'm not a Yuta fan,
yeah.
dude.
We're
You
not
know
Yuta
that.
fans, but man, dude look like he looked like
It was like a sad puppy dog, like just trying to get back to his
Yeah.
owner, and Pac was just sitting there holding him back, like talking into his ear. Like,
It's funny because you see, Yuta struggling trying to get out, and Pac is just holding him like a little kid.
I like it made me actually like feel bad for Yuta. For
Hmm.
the first time, I've actually felt something for
Yeah.
Wheeler Yuta.
Yeah, and then
So
we're
like,
both not Yuta fans.
yeah, maybe what they're doing is gonna work for Wheeler and help him.
Hmm.
But that also
So
leaves
what's
the question of he's trios champion with Pac
yeah?
and
Like,
Claudio.
does
Like,
Mox get the trios title? Like, you do some time foolery with
well,
just Mox gets it?
they didn't beat up Yuta, so he's
Yeah,
still technically.
they didn't beat him up at all. Like they no
I'm assuming they're gonna give him an ultimatum, like either you're with us or you're with Danielson,
hmm
and he's gonna like hesitate or something, and they're gonna like either
beat the hell
beat
out
the
of him.
fuck out of him,
Yeah.
or he's gonna stay with him and be like the sad, like the bitch of the group.
Yeah.
They just make him do everything. And how do you feel about the bag spot?
I don't have a problem, man, dude. Like
Neither do I. I'm
this,
seeing so much discourse
and
online.
we'll
People are
carry
like,
this
"This
on.
isn't wrestling."
Like this we can talk this stuff in the next match that people have been complaining about and whatnot. And he didn't actually kill Bryan Danielson. Like it's wrestling, man. This is the stuff we see. It's edgy. I love it, man. I love it. I like the
I
edge. I
love
like.
it. I love that.
Is it a risky spot? Is it controversial? Oh, hell yeah. Do I love controversial spots? Oh hell yes.
Same. Oh, give me a hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Like
No,
I don't.
I'm all for
And
controversy in wrestling
what is
because
it?
that's
This
what makes it like interesting.
and this. I'll come back to this next match. We'll talk about this, but next match is stuff I want to add on to it.
Sounds
There's,
good,
there's a
but
big problem with professional wrestling.
yeah, I personally was perfectly fine with the bag spot.
Yeah.
I thought the "This is murder" chant was hilarious. Obviously, like Danielson's fine.
Yeah.
They're not gonna suffocate a man live on pay-per-view.
No,
It's
like
all a part of the fucking story, people. It's
yeah.
a part of the story. Relax.
Like yeah, they're not gonna like, for all we know, there's probably a small hole in there somewhere, or
Exactly, yeah. Like
or he has good lung caps, can hold his breath, and he's
it's
fine.
Brian Danielson. That
They
dude
wouldn't
does
do
whatever. That dude
anything.
fakes seizures. Like
Yeah, they're not gonna do anything that actually could like. They're not gonna. Mox ain't gonna commit murder on live TV. That just ain't gonna happen, man.
especially how close Mox and Danielson are in real life. Like
Exactly.
it's all a part of the story, people. Relax.
For real.
And Terry Funk used to put plastic bags over people's heads
Hmm.
back in his day. It's not like it's the first time we've ever seen it in wrestling
No,
before, and
no, we've seen worse.
it probably won't be the last. It might happen few and far between, but that's the shocking moment that we
Hmm.
needed, that
Like
I love.
what's the difference between that and going through a flaming table? A flaming table, that spot can go bad. Like that's something that
Literally,
can be
yeah.
risky. The bag, there's probably there's probably some type of safe movement that Daniel Bryan would make. It's like, all right, that's enough. That's when you let go, and that Moxley knew
Yeah.
about. And
Uh-huh. People need to chill out, dude.
yeah, I'll add more to that after this next match.
Sounds good. All right, so
Anything else you
moving
need to
on.
talk about? Can we go to this next match? 'Cause I really, really want to talk about this
Yeah.
next
Let's
match.
let's go. Hangman Adam Page versus Swerve Strickland.
So good, man. One of the probably one of the craziest extreme matches I've ever seen live.
Absolutely brutal match.
Brutal, man. Like
Brutal match.
absolutely brutal.
And I've never seen like a match like that in person, like a hardcore match or anything like that. What a first one to see in person.
Hell yeah,
I
dude.
think it's the first steel cage match I've ever seen in person.
Oh, really?
For me, yeah.
Shoot.
So
Man, yeah, it was
it
so
was
good.
insane.
Right
I
from the start, man. I've never seen a cinder like an actual cinder block used. Like this is something they could have just literally got off of from a construction site or whatever.
yeah.
Like this thing was legit. It wasn't no fake one or
Like what they used at Full Gear that exploded like in the powder or whatever. No. This was
this
not a
is
fake cinder block. This was
like
the legit cinder block.
he did
The vertebraker.
yeah, vertebraker on it. It full back didn't hit it, but it scraped it, and it was
The lower
instant.
back too.
Yeah,
It
instant,
looked
man. It was instant marks on that.
it looked brutal.
Like, that scrape had to hurt so bad, and then they
Mhm.
do a power bomb, like, straight up power
Mm.
bomb. There's no faking that, man. You don't fake that. Like, I was at work and one of my coworkers was telling me been talking about me, like, how was the show? He doesn't watch wrestling, so he's under that personnel that it's all fake. I'm like, "Yeah, man, this dude got powerbound on a cinder block." He's like, "Was it a real cinder block?" I'm like, "Yeah." "Was it something?" He's like asking questions. I'm like, "Dude," "there was a cinder block, like a needle went through his mouth." Like, dude, like, wrestling is scripted, but it's not fake.
It's absolutely the furthest thing from fake.
Yeah, like, again, you don't fake that, man. There's no way you can fake that. Like,
No.
that's just a bump.
It's fear for those people, for Hangman and Swerve's backs.
Dude, like, how do you not have I don't know how you don't break your spine, dude. Like, I just don't that's one of those spots that go bad, and
Because
I'm
at
not
least
gonna
with
it was awesome, man. It
at
was
least when you
so
take a
cool.
mat, at least when you take a power bomb on the mat, it has a little give.
Yeah, at the mat,
Cinderblock is
and
just
it's
straight
and you're
cement.
gonna fall flat. You're gonna fall flat. That's what they're trained to. You don't fall flat on a single cinder block. It's gonna bend your spine.
Oh man, I'm still cringing at that
It
spot.
is, and there was so much crazy, like, so much, man. The staple it's the fact that the staple gun looks like that was, like, one of the calmest things that happened in the match.
And there was a nice little callback to their Full Gear match.
Yeah.
I was hoping Swerve would start stapling it. Did he staple himself again? I don't think he did this time, but
I don't think he did this time, but
I
he was taking
absolutely
them
loved
out.
it. Yeah, I know. Ugh,
Yeah.
ow. And then he stapled Hangman in the back. Like,
Yeah,
oh,
on the
man,
cheek.
the picture on the cheek. I was thinking like, is Swerve gonna drink Hangman's blood like Hangman did at Full Gear?
That's what I thought, man.
I was kind of hoping so, but just to get him back. But
And then Hangman brought a piece of his house. At first, I didn't know what it was.
yeah,
I couldn't get a good. I legit thought it was a knife, and I thought I'm going around like, what the hell are these guys doing? Like,
are we
legit,
gonna see an actual murder?
yeah. But then someone behind me like, oh, that's a piece of his house. I'm like, that's fucking
A
savage. That
burned
is
piece of his
savage.
house. Try and stab someone with his own house that he burned down.
And I think that's the craziest thing about this pay per view that I wanted to touch at. Is how many times we saw attempted murder. A pile driver from the second rope, a bag over the head. Majority of the stuff from Swerve and Page. Like, there's so much attempted murder. Like, even
Light
before the match
tubes, like
officially
yeah.
started, they were putting the necks over the cage trying to get the clothes.
Yeah.
These
I
guys are
forgot about
legit.
that. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
these
Like
guys
I'm
are
gonna
just.
freaking cut your head off with this cage.
Yeah, all they were trying to do is just kill each other, and it was awesome.
They brought a whole new meaning to it, blood feud.
Mhm, mhm.
It was
And
absolute insanity.
and we slightly talked about this as we were walking out. My only problem with the match is it didn't end in pinfall.
Yeah.
That's my only problem. It gave me PTSD of Seth Rollins and The Fiend that ended off a referee stoppage. I get why, because it makes them both. It makes you can say, "Oh, I didn't get pinned,"
I
but to me,
think
like, that could have been a
this one
match
is
that
so
ended in
much
pinfall.
this one is so much better than that one though.
The overall match, but the same. It's
Well, no, I'm talking about the ending. The Swerve literally got hit with a steel chair to the head
yeah,
and
but
got knocked out. The
The
Fiend
Fiend
got
got a
hit.
sledgehammer to the head.
The Fiend didn't. It wasn't even a sledgehammer to the head. It was a sledgehammer on top of all the other stuff that he piled on.
Yeah, but the mindset of it, the steps are over it and the
It
sledgehammer to
didn't
the
look
head.
like it though.
Yeah, but Jesus fuck,
I don't
what?
know.
You can't actually hit someone with a sledgehammer over the head. That
Didn't. eh. I mean, yeah. I that's true.
Mhm.
Good point. This one had the visual though. It had the
Yeah,
steel
it
chair
had more. Yeah, it
literally
definitely had
literally
more of
breaking
a
over
visual.
Swerve's head, like
It's
knocking
just
him out.
I
So
wish I would have took a pinfall. I would prefer. I'm not gonna say that ruins the match. The way people act like how the Fiend and Seth Rollins match is the worst match in
yeah.
history. I don't even think that's the worst match in history.
No, no, it's
But
not the
yeah,
worst match in history. Shane
but
McMahon
yeah,
had a match versus Snoop Dogg or The Miz or whatever
yeah.
it was. Snoop
Well,
Dogg
it was
met
Miz
him
and
for
Shane, and then Shane's
yeah.
knees blew out, and then
Vince
Snoop Dogg in. But
McMahon
yeah,
fucking beat Pat McAfee in a WrestleMania match by kicking a football into him. Like, what are we
yeah,
doing, people?
but yeah, again, that
Anyway,
was my literally the only thing complain about that match.
yeah. I wouldn't minded a pinfall. I feel like with the story though, a knockout kind of
Mhm.
felt more
Because they were trying to kill each other.
appropriate.
That's
It
the thing.
exactly. It felt more appropriate. But I wouldn't have minded a pinfall either. Um,
And now the thing, the controversial spot, here we go again, is the headshot with the chair. This one I
Well, not only
understand.
that, but the syringe too.
Like, I don't get that one. I don't get why people are complaining about that one at all.
It's
Like,
a fucking
it's
needle.
would I do it? Well, maybe I'm kind of stupid, but
Just through
like,
the cheek, like
yeah, I don't think that one's
didn't he?
that
Wasn't he
bad.
point? Wasn't there stuff in there, and he just it shot out the other side or whatever?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't think that one's that bad. Like, you have to like kind of like a pair. I don't get why people are hating that. Like that one, it's gruesome, but I don't think that's like devastating. I don't understand
no,
why people have problem with that one
no,
whatsoever.
I don't either. I don't get
But
it.
the
But
I understand the unprotected headshots because of Benoit's situation. I really get why people have that, but I don't hate it as much as other people hate it. I get the
I don't
problem with
either.
that
I
one
don't.
though.
I don't. Yeah, uh, I'm okay with the chair shot personally.
Mhm.
It's a one time. It's not like they're doing them repeatedly. It's a
Yeah.
one time thing. It was clearly a gimmick chair. It's no different than getting hit with a baking sheet. Like
Yeah.
people get hit with baking sheets on the head all the time. It's no different than that. The
Yeah, it was
chair.
obviously a gimmick because it broke.
Yeah, exactly.
If it wouldn't broke like that with a regular chair, if it was a regular chair, Swerve definitely had a concussion.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, it hit his head and it literally just the popped out. The seat popped out. So
Yeah.
you could
It was
tell it
the
was gimmicked.
yeah, and,
Um,
go back to the syringe and the stuff I was talking about earlier, like, obviously, there's more. This isn't both side of wrestling, but it's just one-sided opinion on stuff. Where if one does this, they're gonna hate it. One does this, they're gonna hate it. You can't win. It's so annoying, man. Like
yeah,
it's like
I completely agree.
if you don't like AEW, fine, don't watch it. Shut up. If you don't like WWE, fine, don't watch it. Shut up.
Exactly.
Like these people, you hate it so much, yet you can't stop talking about it. And then
Yeah,
they judge it and they don't watch it. Like there's still people that say that AEW doesn't have storytelling.
I don't understand that at all. It's clear like who's trolling
Mhm.
and who just doesn't
Yeah,
watch and has
and,
no
and
idea what they're talking about.
and on the other side, there's still people who say that the WWE doesn't have good matches anymore. Like
Oh,
y'all
they
just
do.
gotta,
Yeah,
you just gotta
yeah. It
watch.
makes no sense. Like
And if you don't
Jesse,
want to watch,
Jesse,
yeah. And if you don't want to watch, that's fine. Just shut up. Like I
literally.
don't, I, I don't get why it's got to be so toxic, man. Like there's no other sport that's like that. Like football, you got the AFL, all these other leagues. You don't see people nonstop complaining. All these other sports leagues, it's just more stuff to watch. Like you should be happy there's more wrestling
Yeah,
out there. Be happy that
exactly.
more people have jobs. Like this,
Yeah,
like
exactly.
if you
More
don't have
people are getting
AEW,
paid to do to entertain
exactly.
people. I
Like
don't get why it's
I,
a bad
I
such a bad
don't,
thing. Like
I
the
don't
petition to
understand.
get AEW shut down because
That's
of
so
a
stupid.
syringe and a bag spot.
You want to tag Kamala Harris?
Like, are you serious? Yeah. John Cena, Triple H, Kamala Harris. Like, what are you doing, bro? You're just embarrassing yourself
I
over a
don't, I,
plastic bag and a syringe spot.
I
Are you
don't get
that
it,
in your
man.
feelings that you gotta try and get a whole ass company shut down?
Yeah, and some of that stuff is like controversial, sure, but it's not as dangerous, man. Like a
No.
syringe, I don't think that that's dangerous as people would say. I mean, it's just
It's a
going through the
needle
mouth.
going it's a needle growing through your
Yeah,
cheek.
needle
People
goes through
get
your body all
piercings.
the time. That's how
It's
you
the
do
same thing
shots,
as a
buddies.
exactly. It's the same thing as a piercing.
Yeah,
You
and as
didn't
you said, the
inject
bag.
anything into Swerve.
Yeah, in the bag, like okay, there's again, there was probably a safe like a tap or something that he knew. Okay, stop. Like this
Yeah.
is
Either
wrestling,
that or
people.
like you said, a little hole in the bag.
Yeah, and this ain't shoot. It's not like that Moxley went out to like, yeah, I'm gonna shoot on Daniel Bryan and attempt to murder him. And it's not like Swerve and Hangman actually hate each other and they were just going out there to kill each other. No, this is professional wrestling, people.
They the fact that people are getting so in their feelings about it just kind of proves that it worked.
That's the point of
It
it.
proved that it worked.
Yeah, I just man, my one wish for the wrestling community just stop being so toxic, man. Just enjoy it. Just enjoy wrestling, man. It's so good right now.
Literally, watch what you want to watch and shut the
Just
fuck up about what you don't
yeah,
watch. It's that
exactly.
simple.
And it's like
Let people enjoy.
and I can't stress enough. It's okay if you don't like AEW. It's okay if you don't like WWE. It's nothing wrong with that. You're allowed to have your opinion, but just act like it don't exist.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Yeah, like I used to not be a big fan. Like the tens of the mid tens, early tens of TNA. I did not like at all. But I wasn't going on Twitter just nonstop hating on TNA. Like
Facts,
honestly,
yeah.
if you do that, you really just got no life. Like you need to find something better to do.
Yeah.
And the best thing for people, like, you got a bunch of Twitter accounts out there who lean towards AEW and WWE and just troll and put this tax and
Hmm.
stuff. Like, if you wanna people, if you wanna stop seeing that, stop responding.
Literally. Stop
That's what
responding or just block them.
these people make their money off. People gotta realize, like, if I could make a toxic account and just make money off of it, if I can do that, hell yeah. Well, even if I don't mean the stuff, money's
Exactly.
money. Like, you gotta do what you gotta do. Like, I get it on their side. Like, you can tell that somebody's like, there's no way this person's actually just stupid and thinks that.
Yeah.
They're just troll baiting, and people fall for it. Sometimes I'm victim. Like, I do bet I've definitely.
Oh, dude, I've fallen victim too. Trust me. It's so easy to see something and be like, "Are you that stupid?" and just comment.
Yeah,
But
and
then
then like, there's
you're
been times
giving
where
them
I'll
what
just
they
go.
want.
Yeah, now I'll go delete my feeling. Like, yeah, you can't fall for the bait. You can't
Yeah.
fall for. That's the big thing. You want to stop falling for the bait.
Yeah. Literally. Because unfortunately, I don't. That's never gonna stop.
No,
The
no,
the
that's
the
social
weird
media in general.
toxicities. Weird toxicity is never gonna stop.
No,
Social media is one of the worst things that's ever happened to wrestling,
yeah,
and
it's one of the
I'll
best
continue
and
to
worst
say
things
that.
ever.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Because the
Yeah,
amount of stuff I've learned about wrestling because of social media, off the charts.
and
Or
some
the
people
amount of
get
things
that's
I've
also
seen that I've never seen before. Like I'm so grateful for it. But on the other
that's
hand,
also
it's the
yeah,
toxicity.
social media. That's how we know each other.
Yeah, literally.
That's how we know each other. It's
But
literally through a Facebook group.
yeah, which all wrestling talks still join if
Yep,
you're
all wrestling talk. Welcome to please join. That's all. That's all we do is talk about wrestling.
non-toxic wrestling group. One of the only ones out there.
One of the few. And yes, we will kick you if you're toxic. If you are
Yeah, literally.
blatantly, what's the word? Uh, what's the
Tribalistic.
try? Yeah, if you're tribalistic and you're just constant, like obviously just being tribalistic, we kick people for that. We don't want that in there. We've done it before. You do it both ways. If you can lean towards one, but then shut up about the other one.
Yep. Exactly. Exactly.
Like even Alex and I, he leans more towards AEW. I lean more to the WWE style, but yet we get along great
Yeah,
because we
literally, there's
just
zero toxicity in our friendship, in our group chats that we have with
yeah.
Jacob and Simon and Devin.
Exactly.
No
Do we shit talk
toxicity.
each other? Yes, but that's just shit talking each other.
Exactly, yeah. There's absolutely no toxicity in there at all. So,
Hmm.
um, back to All Out.
Overall, what do you give the show out of 10? I'm giving 9.5.
I was gonna say about 9.5. I think
Yeah.
this is probably the best show that I've seen all year. There's been some great
Mm.
shows, but I
Yeah, there's
don't I
not a
don't
lot of.
think anything tops this for me personally. I just think it
Mm-hmm.
had it had everything that I love in a wrestling show.
Mm-hmm.
Um, there was only one match that I didn't really enjoy.
Hey, you
Out
got
of
to
an
have
eight,
those
so it was
matches
the
too.
perfect length. It was the perfect 8 match card.
Mm-hmm.
Like I like the 8 to 10 match card. When it gets like more than 10, it's a little too much. But the
Yeah,
eight to
there's
ten match
times
card
that,
I really enjoy.
and I think the AEW's gotten better at that. Because some of the pay per views, man, there was so many matches, and god damn, the pay per views would
Yeah,
be long.
too many. Well, this one was 4 hours,
Yeah, I
but
don't
it
mind
didn't
four
feel
hours.
like it didn't feel like 4 hours
I
because
don't mind 4 hours. I think 4 hours should be the tops of pay per views for wrestling people. Once you start going to like 5, 6, you're doing it's too. It's
yeah.
hard to keep you in. It's hard. It's
Hmm.
very hard.
AEW has done really good at sticking around 4 hours though,
Hmm.
but they cut the matches down to where it actually gave every match like enough time, and
Yeah.
it cut out unnecessary. There was no unnecessary match on the show. everything
No.
had everything had a build, somewhat of a story, which is crazy because All In happened 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Compared to last year's All Out, the
Yeah.
build to
I'll
this
say
for this one was
the build
stacked.
for this one was so much better than last year. So
Yeah,
much better than last year's. Like we
and
went to
last year
last
was a
year's
great
and
show too.
yeah, last year was a great show, but the build was shit.
Yep. So I'd say 9.5, and in contention for show pay per view of the year for me. It's probably at number one. I would have
Hmm.
to go back and take a look at some of the other shows, but off the top of my head, I can't think of a show that I enjoyed more. And that's kind
Hmm.
of what I rate it based off of is what I enjoyed the most, what I would go back and watch again,
Yeah,
probably the most.
that's fair.
It checked every box: the hardcore, the stories, the wrestling.
Yeah. gotta tell you, yeah, really good. One of the better ones I've been to live. I
Yeah.
wouldn't say the best, but again, I've been to
You've been to a
between
lot of
W
shows.
between hold on, I can give you the exact count. Between AEW and WWE, I've been to 14 AEW events and 43 WWE events.
Damn.
So
And
that's
one New
50.
Japan. One New Japan
Yeah,
event.
in New Japan,
And one
Flair's
Micro
last match.
Wrestling.
Mike,
Micro
yeah,
Wrestling All Stars.
Micro Wrestling All Stars, dude.
Shout out Eric.
Yeah, I gotta say, man, if you actually like, if some type of micro wrestling comes near your town, obviously they get, the more look to the comedic side, but like it's man, especially micro wrestling all stars. I know they have some different names, but it was a generally good show. I went to the show, let's say about 2 months ago, and it was they had a short like short on wrestlers like booking wise, like
You watch your mouth.
no, like they were short on short on wrestlers.
I know, I was just joking.
Yeah, okay, trying to get me canceled already. But yeah,
You called him short?
and because there was like some injuries, some other stuff going on where some people couldn't make it. I think they only had either 4 or 5 wrestlers were able to do it, and they made I think a 3-hour show entertaining. Like some people
Holy
did double
shit.
duty.
Damn.
Yeah, dude, it was fun, man.
That's
Eric was,
insane.
Eric was supposed to wrestle, but instead he was just ring announcer. And he wasn't your typical ring announcer. He was ring announcer and commentating during the match, like live mic during the match, just commentating, talking shit, man. It
Dude,
was
that's
so
amazing.
entertaining, and
I
the
love
stuff they
that so
did,
much.
man.
I
The
love
stuff
that.
they did is insane. But yeah, so if they ever come to your town, I couldn't stress enough. Go to it. They're fun. They're not too expensive, man. It's a good time, man. It's
I
such.
wish they came closer to where I live.
Yeah.
The closest is like Chicago, which is 3 hours away.
Yeah, like it was a good match. Like the matches were good too. Like it was so like at first okay, I was thinking like okay, I want to go because I want to meet Eric. But I'm like I was having so much fun.
It's like going to. I'm sure it's like going to any indie show, right?
Yeah, just
I
like
love
that.
going to indie shows. They're
Yeah,
so
just
much
like any
fun.
type of bingo hall wrestling.
Yeah,
It's just
they're
like
a
that.
blast.
Mm-hmm.
So, I
Yeah.
think that's all we got. So it's
Yeah.
it's approaching 2 hours, 7 o'clock. So
Yeah, so we're gonna wrap it up here, but unfortunately we weren't able to have the guests and due to stuff happen. But we're gonna run it back next week. So like just like last week, if you want to be part of the episode, just subscribe to the whatever app you're on and comment. And you do it on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, anything that we're on. Every time you do it, that's one entry. So if you subscribe and comment on TikTok, that's one. On Facebook, that's one.
YouTube,
so on.
Yep.
So
Just
yeah,
anything. We just want to be interactive with you guys. We want your ideas. We want to get to know you. We want to talk to you. Let me talk to you.
Let me talk to you. Yeah.
We want to. We just want to be incorporated with the people because that's what it's all about is you guys.
That's our main.
Sharing
That's
our
our
love for
main
wrestling
focus.
with you guys.
So yeah, if you just want to be a part of it, just all you gotta do is comment and subscribe. That easy.
Easy as that. Easy as pie.
And yeah, our next episode we'll probably have more random conversations because we won't have a pay-per-view to review.
Yeah, we won't. Oh man.
So yeah, next
what are we
episode
gonna
probably
do? Dave
we'll
Meltzer review.
yeah, we'll have a Dave Meltzer segment and we'll have some other stuff going on. But yeah, we'll find some other interesting. It won't
we'll
be
figure
just.
We'll figure out
Yeah,
some stuff.
trust me, it'll be a good episode. We have history of doing this.
Oh yeah. So, thank you guys again for tuning in.
Yeah,
make sure you like and subscribe. All of our socials.
Especially Instagram. We need some love on Instagram. Like everything's been pretty good, but like
it's rough.
all the shorts on Instagram, only one of them got double digits views.
Oh damn.
Like
Instagram,
show us some love.
Not wrestling.
Yeah, show some love on Instagram. On every single. Just Instagram was a tough one to look at. Yeah, we thank you. We thank you guys.
And with that, we must bid you adieu. Goodbye. Mwah. And good night.
Right.
Bang.
Bang.